firebombing.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's all on you now if you want to go
I would
there.
never firebomb any large business ever in Minecraft.
Let's see. When we last left off, our party journeyed down to the swamps near Jaffa to a little bar where the proprietor there, like they sent by the blacksmith over in Daru, who is, Kazan has become an apprentice of, and he's like, hey, go get my tools back from, the barkeep who she I think she roofied my drink and made me lose a bet, and I know she stores them somewhere there. Long story less long, because some of you were for that session, so we know we went there. It was a strange little standoff in the little small bar, met some interesting characters, and eventually the group left and then decided to set up a camp and then sneak back in. Now, sneaking back in, they found a little way to get back in through the basement, which led them down another floor into a room that was probably the proprietor's or whoever works like her like bedroom, essentially, where they fought a bunch of like mimics that were there. And after destroying all the mimics, at the same time, Ashton, their spellcaster, was outside. The old man decided to just have cook up some food. And when the bar kind of closed for the night, a couple of those scoundrelly characters came waltzing over, maybe after smelling the food, and start to question him about if they could just have some food with him and get in from out of the rain, which he obliged. But the dwarven black armored paladin had was a bit suspicious and was asking questions about, once he started asking questions about where the rest of the Ashton's party was, he just found it to be strange that they came to the bar, they left, and then in this rain were just supposedly out in the middle of nowhere. And so he just felt like this, he just decided to attack the group. The little hobgoblin that was with him did not want any part of that smoke with the Ashton, and so he ran away back and forth between Ashton and the other fellow. Soon as Ashton was able to get high ground and use magic on him, which then he ran into the bar and made his way down. Ashton then made his way into the second level. The two fought there. So I'm kind of throwing a few things around. At the same time, Kazan, the rest of the group that had finished all the mimics, decided they found under the bed was a trapdoor that went to a 90-foot shaft, like directly down, and they found a pair of boots that quickly Makeda was able to realize she was able to tune to really quickly, and that they're like basically levitation boots. So she floated down there to see what was down there, and while she's down there, she finds the tools that she's looking for, and she also finds a set of really expensive bottles. So if you guys ever do make it back down there, there is some expensive booze there. But then she kind of tumbles over and falls through a wall, like an illusionary spot in the wall, where she finds herself in what we're calling those back rooms, but that forgotten dungeon, this very strange dungeon that sprawls throughout this just complex. She doesn't know where it goes, and so she turns around and tries to get back out. She can't. She goes a little bit further. She finds some dead heroes who have died, and she finds that their bodies are lying there, and that there's a drag mark up the wall of blood. And turns out there's a secret door in that wall, and she takes that passage. Leads her to a tight little tunnel. That tunnel has these like weird, almost like ash marks or like shadow marks on the wall that look like humans, and she unbeknownst steps onto a kind of glyph or symbol that's on the ground that triggers them to rush after her and attack her. So these shadows are following her down the hall, and then on either side of this hall are these little alcoves with these dead skeletons just leaned up properly, which is why at one point you thought they were skeletons chasing you, because I mentioned there were skeletons along the hall, but the shadows were the things actually hunting her. At this time, Kazan's in the room upstairs. He starts to call back to Makeda. She's not responding. He hears someone coming down. It must be the lady who owns the bar. He hides behind the door. He smashes her over the head. She turns into smoke, and now he's left in the room. So then he decides to go down after. So he's there, and Jumbi's there. Jumbi, of course, in the last session is flittered, so we will learn today what Jumbi was probably going through in that flittered state. But eventually Kazan went down after Makeda, and then eventually Ashton worked his way into that same room, seeing the disarray, had to fight the dwarf, finish him off, and then also had to fight another like hag-like creature that was attacking him through the mirror. And where we left off, she's like on his back. And then Kazan had gone down and gone through the secret portal passage to meet up with Makeda. He rounds a corner. He sees her there. He starts to help her. He starts to take out some of these shadows, and eventually one of them bites him and puts him down. She goes down. He goes down, and the shadows begin to consume and feed on them, and they're kind of consuming, not like almost like zombies, but taking energy. So it's not like they're bleeding off. I mean, actually they are bleeding. They're cut, so there is like blood, but it's almost like they're more so they're consuming them and leaving these black like patches that almost look like plague on them as their bodies as they begin to lose life. And that is where we left off. Anybody want anything else I missed in there?
It was very touching. As we died, we reached for each other in the hallway. Yes. Very sad, very moving.
You owe me money.
No, I don't. Save me, you fucker. I can't pay you if I'm dead.
Throw it.
You won't be able to catch it.
I'm still already reaching for it.
You might have been able to hear music, and it should be really low, but it is running.
I don't think I hear any.
Okay.
I hear it.
Coming from you or?
Coming from me.
There we go. Okay.
Okay. So I'll just put it maybe about there for now, and then when it gets louder, I'll bring it down. Yeah, because it's a little bit quieter, so I could probably afford to put it up a little louder. Other than that, I think that's where we'll start. When the time is right, I will introduce you, Ashton. I know we should probably lead with you, but for the sake of where we're at, I'm going to lead with Junbi. And so we'll open tonight's session as almost like on a black screen as we hear shuffling of feet. And well, actually, no, yeah, as we see in a dark little shaft, suddenly we see a spark as a torch goes up as Junbi lights his torch and has wrapped his his whip kind of around his shoulder. He is walking a bit hunched over through a hall that is very cramped. Like I said, it's literally forcing him to hunch because the ceiling is right above him and the walls, his shoulders almost scraping. Because even for a mage, Junbi is a very large Heineken. And we see his, muzzle right behind the torch. And Junbi down here, this place just smells like a crypt. It smells like death, and the walls are a bit damp, and in some areas it's cool, in some areas it feels a little warm. Here it's a bit cool, but there is no draft, and Junbi feels a bit out of it, and it's that he knows the feeling. It's the feeling of coming out of the flitter and kind of for a moment not knowing where your surroundings are, and then suddenly having your memories rush back. And he realizes that Kazan had decided to go down the shaft, and he had looked around for a moment, and then he had gone too. The strange thing is that when he's coming out of this, Kazan is not there. Kazan is not by his side. He's the only one in the shaft moving through with his torch up. And along the sides of these walls are these what appear to be very faded, very, very faded areas where he could barely make out, it looks like, what might have been almost like a general, maybe someone might have sketched an outline of a human. But they aren't dark, they're very faded, very light. As though something was there, like maybe like almost as though charcoal was there, but someone smeared it or moved it. But he pursues along, and his scent, his natural scent, is telling him that his friends are at the end of this hall. And once he ends to the end of the hall, he finds himself at this T section. You know, he's here. And the ceilings suddenly rise up a bit higher. Ceiling's closer to 10 foot here, so he can kind of fully stand up and gain his surroundings. And now his torch becomes a bit. He realizes he does kind of notice the pentagram or like symbol that's on the ground that he kind of slowly steps around, and as he looks, peering his left and then to his right, his vision is almost blurred. And as it's blurred, the only thing that seems at focus is at the end of the hall here, someone is standing, and there are sconces that are lit, and they seem to be lit along these little alcoves, and inside of them, the torches, these skeletons are leaned back, some kind of covered in cobwebs, like they've been there forever. Like, and the cobwebs, kind of hard to tell if those skeletons would move or not, but he can tell that they've been there for a while, so they probably haven't moved in some time. But the fires are lit as though someone has tended to this place, and he can hear this kind of wet, kind of chewing or smacking sound somewhere in the room, but he doesn't know where that's coming from, and his only attention starts to be focused on the being standing there. Makeda and Kazan, I would like you to give me your first death roll in alchemy. Oh, and I've been logged out again. Let me put myself in so I can see what's going on here. And
is there a specific button for a death roll, or is it just a d20?
You can just give me I think there is, but I think you can just I think you just give me a d20 because you know what your constitution is, right? So you need to roll under your constitution for your death roll. Now also remember, if you have a particular number of, you might be rolling at disadvantage if you've taken conditions. Do you know what conditions you've taken?
Yeah. I've taken the con when I'm sickly.
Yeah. Are you sickly? If you're sickly, then you will be rolling at Bane.
Well, and it's against my constitution?
Against your constitution.
What did I roll before? I think both of them were fails. Oh no, the first one was fine. The second one's a fail.
Okay. So, Kazan, you're sitting there writhing in pain. You can feel those shadows, one of shadow hovering over you. It's, it kind of sucking at like pulling. You feel like your willpower is being pulled out of you. And you can feel its claws, which are really doing the scraping and the scratching that are causing you to bleed. But you're sustaining, you're pushing through. Makeda, you feel like you're starting to drown a bit more in this. Do either of you choose to try to rally yourself in this moment here?
Is there a downside to rallying?
No, it just takes your whole. Well, the downside is that
all damage you take is an
automatic fail. So there's really no bad downside to this right now because you will take damage if they continue to feed on you anyway.
Yeah, so then
if they're already gonna, then try it.
And so a rally would be it's a willpower check, so I don't know if you have a Bane there, so make sure your willpower is not, you have a condition so that you are...
Nope.
Oh, I do not. All right, cool.
Okay. So describe for me, if you both did succeed, what it looks like as you are trying to pull yourself to your feet still.
Oh,
or how do
dragon.
you... Oh, nice.
I just made it.
Do I get anything special for dragoning?
You rolled a willpower. I will allow you to add an extra, basically give yourself one extra skill advancement for tonight, provided you survive.
How did I survive?
So fighting through, let's see here. I'm going to, because that would take both of your turns, so you all would be done. Because Ashen is not really here yet, the shadows would be next. So Jumbi sees the figure, and the shadows will make...
Yo, hold up.
Yeah.
So I see the figure, or do I see the skeletons in the alcove first?
You see the skeleton alcove, but then the figure draws your attention. So I'm about to go back to that. And so, man, the shadows are monsters. So they would automatically hit. They're both going to bite Kazan and Makeda. But if you have any willpower, you can fast footwork.
I do have willpower left. I will fast footwork.
I just have one willpower point left. I don't think that's enough.
That won't be enough. So you will take one automatic fail, Kazan. So you both, now you're at 1 and 1, and Makeda's at 1 and 1? No.
I'm at
2.
I rallied.
You rallied, but you have 1 failure. So if you don't pass this, you'll take another failure.
Okay, evade check. Evade check success.
Okay. Nice. So you don't get bit. She's still struggling you guys are both still prone when your turn, because once well, I mean, technically you could be standing up, but for the sake of the because I'm not doing any bonus damage to you, right? It's just you all struggling in this sequence. You haven't even seen them yet, Jumbi. As you look out, the figure you see before you looks, if I can give me a second here, has this dark regal nature, and you realize, Jumbi, that this is the Night Mother. Kind of the darkness kind of bends around her, and she has these blaring, piercing, almost like ice, blue eyes in the dark. She is you feel like she'd be taller if the ceiling could get taller, but her head almost touches that 10-foot ceiling. And she's wrapped in these layers of flowing black cloth that kind of smoke as they get closer to the floor. And then where the flaps kind of dance, you also can see from time to time, towards the bottoms of this cloak, that towards her shoulders, it looks like ravens' heads protrude out of it from time to time and sink back in, and hyena heads at the bottom towards it, and their yips are but like a whisper. She's got these long white locks, and she's got these kind of broad, her neck is slightly stretched from these obsidian collars that have made her neck a bit longer, and she wears these, and so you're just in awe, because you've dreamed about the Night Mother, you've had her voice in your head, you've had strange visions, maybe where she's come to you in different forms, where she might have looked like an animal, but this is the first time you've seen this visage, this avatar of her in standing before you. And she speaks. Jumbi, why do you continue to run from my calling, but still use my power
There is unfinished work before I become yours completely.
What work is this?
At the moment, that work is retrieving my family. I know they're in here.
Ah, I see. You wish to save them. Jumbi, you... You say there's something to be done before you become mine. You were mine since you took the gift. But I do not control my subject. I guide them. And as I am asking you to do, I think our goals align. You want to help your friends, shepherd them to safety. When the time is right, Jumbi, I will need you to shepherd others, many other souls. I have given you the vision of the blade, but you chose the path where you hold the crook. I think it suits you. In this moment, now Jumbi can see. He can see them. He can see his friends below at her feet, struggling. And she says, Jumbi, do you fear death when you use it and wield its power?
Death is nothing to be feared.
She almost like nods as though that's the right answer. Then they should not fear either.
They are not.
I don't know about that.
I will say, I do not worry about them suffering or transitioning, as death is just that, a transition. I worry because she kind of looks around, her hyenas at her feet kind of growl, her like kind of dark, kind of almost like skin that's so smooth and shiny that the light almost in that way looks like the speckles on her skin look like there may be stars in it. This is not my domain. I cannot usher them to their respective ancestral plane. And because of that, if they die here, Jumbi, you will have to guide them. And she stands there quiet. Unless Jumbi says anything else, I will take us back to this scene and moment, and we'll continue. I'll just kind of using her as a stand-in for the figure, though. So Jumbi, you're there, and that first round, these things are struggling and fighting. This is your turn, I imagine. Let me look if I'm looking at the order. Oh no, it would be shadow, and then so what do you do now that you are free?
I am going to. I'm gonna cast Control Dead at power level 3, and I'm gonna take those 3 skeletons out of those alcoves and control them.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Any particular ones other than you want me to choose for you, or basically this one attacking here, this one?
Yeah.
This one moving. Well, this one could move out and attack here, or I could have this one move out and attack here, and then this one on this side. Yeah, that looks. I mean, that looks like that gets you everyone that's hurting your.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna remove this wall, so that one can be right there. All right, you're gonna have to roll for the spell to be successful.
Yep. 1 second. I'm going back to it. 17. Success.
All right, so you cast it at power level 3, so that's why you got 3 skeletons. Yep. So these skeletons they wake up. This light burning inside their eyes, whatever light that that's little speckles that associated with Jumbi's magical aura or essence. They began to step forward. The long cobwebs reaching back and snapping away. Here at the they're on your turn, so go ahead and
what are they? Are they sword? I mean, what are they?
Oh, they are going to be skeletons with spears. So let me look at what that will be here really quickly. The damage on the spear
option isn't in the spreadsheet, Malcolm.
Yeah, Malcolm, stick to the spreadsheet. You know I'm remedial. I had 4 skeletons before this, but I'm guessing they're all dead now.
I'll tell you right now. Well, in Legend Keeper, you can always go to the what do you call it? The section that gives you all of your gear, or goes on weaponry, and so that will give us a quick. So gear here, we're looking at a short spear being a D10 damage. So you're going to look at, you need to hit 12s to hit D10 damage.
Not bad. Jeez.
Okay. All right. So it's my turn. I gotta go roll for all 3 of these things, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna roll.
Save us, Jimmy. Right? Save us.
Mm-hmm.
First one rolls an 8.
Okay, that's gonna hit.
I'm gonna roll damage for that one first. 6 damage.
So we'll move that one.
Action uses
Second one rolled a dragon.
Hey.
Rolled a dragon. Okay, so then 2d10.
And that one is going to 6 damage again.
6 damage again. That one's still dead. So as they're like stabbing these, the creatures kind of like whip around, and then just kind of their shadows literally become flat against the wall, and then they just disappear.
And as they're like fighting them, I'm like moving my hands, controlling them.
Yep.
As they do it.
Love it.
And then the third one is going to. That's a success as well. I rolled a 3, so that is.
All right, roll damage there.
1 damage from that one though.
1 damage. That one stays in play, but just
that
barely
right
hanging.
There?
That one right there.
But I can make an action and hit it as well, though, right?
No, because you just cast the spell. You use the spell, okay. So yeah.
Well, hopefully it'll attack me and not these fucking guys.
We're like bloodied on the ground. Like, attack him, not us.
So basically for the end of this round, we go back upstairs as the kind of that almost like Evil Dead moment where the little hag jumps on Ashton's back, and these kind of both old decrepit people fighting, moving around in the room. And I'm gonna take
Old
some
decrepit people.
narrative action here.
Show some respect for.
I know, I'm just giving him a hard. Well,
Jesus.
Ashton often describes him as being very feeble-looking old man.
Decrepit, though.
Not decrepit, feeble. And so in this way, she like, when you had just done that move where you tried to like use the air to blow her towards it and it didn't work, and so I imagine you both get kind of caught up in this tussle and you back towards where the shaft is, and you slip and you fall, but there is a rope there. There's a rope that Kazan had put there. So you reach up and she's hanging on your back and you're able to like grab onto that rope. It starts to burn your hands as you begin to slide down. Unless you use any type of magic, you both collapse there on the ground. You don't take any damage because this is all kind of like cutscene here, and you find yourself in that room full of the bottles. One of the bottles kind of bling falls over, but it's made of metal, and you're tussling for a moment. And so here, when she hits the ground, she kind of like kind of like you sliding down, but she takes most of the brunt force of it, and it causes her to crack, and she too kind of just like hisses and fades away, and it leaves you there trying to gather yourself, and standing in with your aura, with your magic, you can kind of sense something magical about this room, Ashton. And not only that, but you can like hear the faint like call of your friends beyond the wall in front of you. Do you proceed?
Yes.
All right, so Ashton then walks through the wall and will arrive sometime on this next turn. So we will draw a new round. I am going to do a auto shuffle here, so I don't think you all have to do anything. You should not have to. Let me try this. You shouldn't have to. This worked well in my group the other night. Should be able to simply do a round 2 order. All right, it's going to put, and in that way it keeps Ashton in there. Okay, so it did reshuffle them. Okay, just the weird thing is it doesn't update. Well, you got number 1, so it doesn't update the number, which is strange, but it does put them in the order that they should be. So I'd have to so Jumby's first, followed by his skeletons. But then the shadow is right after Jumby, if it's provided it is still there. Now, for his friends are still making death saves, even though they are aware and on their feet, and even though he does have skeletons around him. Makeda drove a 3, so actually Makeda is 3, so she's actually before the shadows. How did they both draw 3? Oh yeah, that was me. That was on my fault because I saw them third. So Makeda. Oh no, she was 3. She was third last time. Sorry, she is where she's at. She is after the monsters. So she would be 4. I'm confused myself there. Followed by Ashton and then Kazan. So Ashton will then arrive. And then Kazan will make a death roll at some point. So, Jumby, what do you do here?
I'm pretty close. I'm going to use my Whip of the Night Mother.
Okay.
What I'm trying to remember, I was trying to read what it, because I can take his soul, right? Or I use the power of the soul. Hold on. Killing an enemy causes the soul to be captured. By spending 3 willpower, I could release the soul to increase damage.
Just remember, this won't work on these things aren't living. They're not like alive, right? Yeah.
This thing, yeah.
Just so you don't have to worry about that. It just, I don't think
the attack will work.
Regular attack will work is, yeah. Now, are you attacking it with your skeletons first, or then you attacking?
I'm gonna attack my skeletons first.
Okay,
Fuck it.
because remember you can choose. They're like your familiars.
I'd probably kill them with him anyway. With
Yeah.
the skeleton. All
So
right, I'm
first-
gonna roll skeleton attack. Do I need to move them closer?
No, they're already. This one's already in combat. It's the same one that hit it last turn.
And I'm gonna use that one first, and I'm roll a.
No, these two are going to be standing up, even though they're.
I rolled the opposite of a dragon.
Demon. Ooh.
Yeah.
So the skeleton kind of completely whiffs it, and it
Don't you do it, Malcolm.
it goes. I could do it based on, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to use it to. That demon would make sense. So is that? Well, Jumbi's first, followed by a skeleton. Okay, so I can't. Yeah, I can't. I will. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to use it to do this instead of what rules is written. I'm going to use it to impose a bane on Kazan's next death roll. Because it's almost like the shadow uses it to thrust the spear into, even though it doesn't cause damage, in towards Kazan, where it may or may not hit him there at that moment. So Kazan, your next death roll is a bane. Skeletons are done. You have 2 more skeletons, or you can
Skeleton 2 is gonna
march forward.
in for an attack.
Yep,
And he rolled a 10.
that's gonna hit. D10 damage. Likely gonna kill this thing. I doubt she'll do anything
Jeez.
lower than
8 damage.
Yeah, it's
he's
done.
Yeah.
So that one fades away. So I'll remove the shadows because they are all gone now. The last skeleton can't really do anything. It's not gonna be able to fight anyone. And they can't like help. They can't like heal or anything like that. So
Is there anyone else here?
sorry, what?
Is there anyone else here to fight though?
No, there's not.
That's what I
But
thought.
that doesn't mean the combat's over because they're still dying.
I know.
Yep.
Yeah.
So somebody's got to get them.
We're still.
So it is still your turn though.
What about the Night Mother? The Night Mother's not here anyway.
She's
right?
there.
Right,
She's
you
just
know her?
watching.
I'm going to gently, in the Night Mother tongue, murmur a prayer for her to heal them.
She will, like a stern mother, she goes, "No, Jumbi. This is your fight."
And
then
it,
she-
Mom,
Wow. She hates us.
you're embarrassing me in front of my friends.
That doesn't take your action. So if you want to try to either use a healing check, you could make.
I'm gonna try to whoever's closest to me first, because I can't do it on both of them, right? So
You can't. Who, do you want to know who looks like they're hurt the most?
who looks like they're hurt the most?
Well, I have the Bane on my next death
But
roll.
how many? So Cheryl, you have 2 fails or no?
I have 1 fail.
1 fail. So 1 fail each right now. Okay, but then he has a bane on his next check. So Kazan has a bane.
So I'll try to heal Kazan first.
Okay.
What do I roll though?
You have to roll a healing check, and provided you don't have a bane on, healing would be connected to your. What is healing connected to? Is it willpower? Well, we don't probably have any conditions, right? Like, have you check your condition? Okay, then you're fine. So just a healing check. Oh, also, sorry, if you don't have surgical tools, I gotta. If you don't have, if you have to have bandages. Do you have bandages to make it?
Hey, pull it off of me. I know I have some.
Kazan has some. So then, yeah, take some of Kazan's, and then I think a bandage is bandages keep you from making a bane check. It's a straight roll, and then surgical make you a boon.
So I got a success on that.
How does?
The
And
surgical,
I
I think, are for injuries. Oh, what was it?
Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up right quick just so I make sure I'm not, because this is pivotal. So I don't wanna. I wanna be right. Okay, so we got band. Oh, let me rip my page. Trade goods. Where would bandages be? Are they under light sources, tools, services? No, hunting, fishing, means. Trade goods, blanket, chests, melee weapons, clothes. Where are bandages? I know maybe they're under potions. Oh. Okay, bandages. Okay. Required to avoid a bane on a healing roll. So it would have been a straight roll. So you said you did get a success, right? So it would have been. Yep. So then roll a d6, and that is how much life Kazan will get back.
Come on, big money.
Big money, big money, small money. Small money, small money.
Son of a bitch.
Hey, one is one. He's got 1 hit point.
He's back up though, right?
1 hit point stops him from taking death rolls.
Okay, yeah. There we
Yay.
go. That's something.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Jody a big hug.
You see Makeda right behind him, kind of stumbling forward. As this is happening, Ashton, suddenly we see our friend, we hear scratching behind you, Jumbi. You turn, very quickly to look down the hall as it sounds like something may be coming through that same little tight corridor that you had come down. But sure enough, you see the foppish hat and the old man. You recognize the long beard coming out of the dark, and it is Ashton, so you're not worried. Ashton, before this puts you, here, and if you have healing or anything, you can also, whatever you want to do here.
I expressed to Ashton that they need help. Like they're, as you can see.
Let's see here. Who needs healing more?
Pillars me up into the fucking ceiling. Like, I'm gonna worry, I'll finish the job.
It's best in these cases to put them out of their misery.
I never liked her anyway.
But Makeda needs the healing.
Yeah.
Alrighty, unless we want to wait a turn. 'Cause I'll have to do the oral version of this spell.
Oh, we love it.
And passed on to
And everybody.
second touch of radiance. What was once grievous became mundane.
Nice. There was a cool story arc if they would have died. A little bummed. I'm just fucking with y'all. No, there was an interesting thing that I think you and I would have liked. But yeah, you guys are getting out of this. You're good.
I will say this was pretty fun. This was a good little. I mean, maybe not for you guys.
That'll be
Hey,
they've been
for it.
8 points of healing.
8 points. So 8 for Makeda. So as you feel this swelling power from the, is that a touch spell or is it a range spell? Oh man.
It is a touch spell.
All right, so he walks over to you and heals you. And
Eyes blinking open, slowly focusing. Little paw shakily reaching for Ashton.
Yeah, Kaz is gonna put his armor, wobble over, put his armor on Ashton, and be like, "Oh man, I'm gonna listen to you from now on. You should have never come here."
So what exactly did you do? Because I was making a nice stew for when you returned. And then I've been assaulted by 3 individuals since.
We came down here, in the place where terrible things happen to people who come down here.
Makeda, do you present what you did? You have the treasure.
Cool.
You have the treasure of treasures.
Yeah, now that I am
came.
not dying. Ta-da!
The stars
tools.
show up in Kazan's eyes.
So now the group has the tools. They just don't know how to get out of this dungeon.
Oh, and I have ta-da, this map. And I show him the map that I got from the dead people.
Yes, did I
The people-
post that? Did I post that picture in the Discord?
In
Almost.
the main chat, or was it in the chat?
Let's
with me?
see.
I think it was in the main chat.
I think it's in the main chat. Let me see if I can scroll back and recopy it. Yes, it's right here. So I'll copy it again.
What was it in?
It's in
The
Discord.
main Discord.
So I'll put it in. So I'm just gonna make it current. So she shares this map, and I'll also put it in.
Really, I've got treats all up in this thing. I have got
that's
your
a great
tools.
map.
I have got a map. I have got 8 hit points. You could, I'm rich, basically.
So if you are trying to orient yourself on this map, what I can tell you is, hold on, let me look at it. It's so when I wrote here, that is where everyone who did come down here entered through. Makeda went that little line, the little shaft going directly to the right is basically that little crawl space. And then the T-junction that I just described is right here. So essentially that T-junction is here. And let me actually draw out, because I'll try to...
I like you saying here as if you're...
Oh, no,
you're
do you see
zooming
me?
in,
You don't
like-
see my... Yeah, you
Okay.
don't see me. So that
No, no,
T-junction
now I
is
see you
here.
pointing. I thought that you were like going to be gesturing at the map. No, you're
Oh
literally
no,
showing us on our
I
map.
can't. And so
That's
you'll
what I thought,
you'll
too.
literally have to follow my finger on and look at the map
Okay.
too. So if you were on the map at that T junction and you go left, it'll lead you over to a path that splits again. And then if you go the opposite way, which is like south on your map, that goes down this way, curls around and goes there. And then you'll notice that there's this diagonal path. There's on the map. There's a diagonal. That's that hall, and then there's one to the south at a diagonal. That's down this way, and then there's one going straight and branches off, and that's down that way. So there are multiple paths here, and then so this was the map that Makeda took off of someone. So whoever. Those people that likely died, their start point came from somewhere, because they came down this path to get this way, because they have a map of a large room up that way, and then a path that kind of circles around to a starting point. So who knows where that start point, maybe that start point lets you out somewhere else in the world, right? Or lets you out of the dungeon somewhere else in the Ashlands.
What?
Does that not make sense what I just described?
Not. It's probably just me.
Yeah.
This
So
is why I need GPS to go everywhere.
if someone found in the room that says here,
yeah.
this is how
where
OD
the bodies were. Yeah.
That's where the bodies were of a whole nother group of heroes, of adventurers. You guys would have
Got it.
passed into. So
Got it.
Makeda has
So-
their map. They came in here from somewhere else. So imagine y'all came in from the west.
I see.
They must have come in from the east and worked their way to there and then died. So their ending was where Makeda started.
Got it.
And that's why I'm thinking we can go to where they started, where it says start on this map, and that might
To
be
get
an
out. That's what Makeda believes.
And James is saying that.
Can't we just go out the same way we came in? Though?
The rope
Makeda-
doesn't reach all the way down.
When Makeda had
Oh,
tried
we
that
couldn't,
before,
and we couldn't get back. Yeah, we
she
couldn't get back.
she couldn't
through
get
the
back
wall.
in.
We can get back up.
But we should still go check. 'cause
No,
there's a
the
giant dwarf loot
the
at
back rooms
bottom.
clipping wall. It's a one way.
Oh, got it.
Oh, the wall is only one way.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
I tried it anyway.
So essentially, Star Wars pan swipe, you all find yourself back in that room, and sure enough, the wall has gone. It's cold. You cannot go back the way you came. And I think Jumbi, the Night Mother, she was standing there in the hallway, and the minute you healed everyone, you saw her smile, and then you look back up and she was gone. You've gone back, you've checked the other room, and then now you have to journey further, but you hear her whisper to you. So she's no longer standing there like this massive presence, and I don't think anyone else saw her in that glory. Only you saw her in that way.
Is he dying?
But she says, when keeping your friends alive, you must now shepherd them out of here. This lost dungeon was built not by the hands of men, but by the horrors left behind in their minds. These crypts exist as manifestations of their fear, their pain, and their loneliness. The shadows you see are those those shadows were those just like you who eventually souls lost here for too long and essentially trying to draw on others' sorrow to find escape. So do not die here. Find a way out, though I will warn you, Jumbi. There are things in here. Creatures worse than those shadows. And as you are looking for, they are looking for you as much as you are looking for a way out. And then she's quiet.
Interesting.
I don't know if they'll just be like, hey, you okay?
My eyes come back from being white.
Yeah.
You guys,
It's like,
you
"No,
guys do that. We're used to it. And then you hurt your hand and you're down again. One hit point.
I say we need to regroup. We need to be careful. This is probably not the last time we're going to run into danger before we leave, before we make it out of here.
Well,
Oy, oy, oy.
I'm gonna stay behind you, Jumpy, and you lead the way. You're the
So-
now.
Can you do a?
So I imagine if you all worked your way back to the T-junction, you could decide, what's your marching order. Of course, from here, you guys talk amongst yourselves and decide which way you go. Of course, in this time, I imagine to go back, because every stretch in a dungeon in Dragonbane is usually a moment for potentially a random encounter. Basically, every room you search is usually about a stretch of time. So I imagine going back through the hall and then coming back. You guys have moved. That time would have taken you you've been here about an hour after the fight, right? So another hour has passed. You don't know what time it is outside. I don't know if any of you feel like you want to try to take a stretch rest or a long rest or just literally camp out in the room with the dead folks. I don't know. What are you all doing? But an hour has gone by, and I will make a roll here really quickly.
I think long rest is probably a no-go, but we should do a short rest.
I mean, we definitely need something. If we're gonna make it out of here, we're gonna need something for sure. I mean, a long rest, we're definitely gonna run into an encounter, right?
Yeah.
Anything can listen to an encounter,
I
but
don't know if we've already cleared everything down here.
Yeah, we at least need a stretch rest then.
Because assumedly, the path the adventurers took and were able to map is already clear because they went through it.
Maybe. I mean, I have a fair amount of willpower, but my hit points are.
Yeah.
And you guys are. I mean, you're at 8.
I'm
At 1. So we need. Ashton, are you full strength?
No.
No. Yeah. So we should probably do something.
And it is possible to shift rest in a dungeon. It's just a matter of that it's usually about where you do it, where do you find, if it seems safe, can you make it safe, and all that. But yeah, not saying that I'm recommending that. I'm just saying it's possible, so it doesn't feel like that's like a death
What do you
sentence.
guys think?
But I think the stretch rest is probably for sure a call to make. Probably all need that at the minimum.
What do we get with a stretch rest?
I'd also start reminding you that this is probably a good time in your careers in Dragonbane to start thinking about taking fast healer as a heroic ability, because then in your stretch rests you'll get 2 d6s instead of 1. It's a potentially good heroic ability to think about.
I agree.
Yeah.
Second wind ability that was just added.
Yeah, second wind.
I'm gonna do my what's my elf thing? Inner peace. So I'm gonna be incapacitated for the full 15 minutes. So if
And
something
I have
happens, that's
3
on y'all.
skeletons up too to protect us if we need to. You know what I mean? Like that's something.
That's true. They keep watch, can't they? Can't they do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to put the skeletons at the okay.
Let's find a good position at least. Less ways for less places for the skeletons to watch from. Maybe if we can hold up with at least 2 ways, then we can don't have to divide them up too much. I think.
Yeah.
We find a dead end somewhere.
So basically, there are 2 openings in that room. There's the space that leads back to where you came from, and then so there's basically each skeleton could guard a door. One hall would essentially be the hall that leads from the bottle, the name of the bar. The other one would be standing at the wall, looking up to see if anything comes through the crawl space that's at the top of the ceiling, towards the top of the ceiling. The third would be a hall that has never been explored by anyone, and that skeleton can stand there. So you have 3 skeletons, 3 potential guard points for your 15-minute stretch.
I think the hallway we entered, because it has the stone wall behind us, so we can't go back that way, but we know something can come in through that way. So
yeah,
skeleton there, and then
I'm imagining you're in the here space. Is that where you all are, or no? Yeah.
No.
Okay, so you're back in the T.
I feel like the here space is too close to that door because someone can come through it.
Okay, so you're like back in the T junction is what you're.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe resting here. Maybe doing something like that is what I'm thinking.
Going into the trance.
Okay.
Decided on a place.
Your stretch goes by seamlessly. Nothing happens. Everyone can get 1d6 willpower back, 1d6 hit points back, and then you can clear 1 condition. You can clear a second condition if you roleplay how you might use your memento in this moment. Maybe, and it might not be memento. Maybe there's a round of role playing that you all do. I might also start changing that up because I know maybe if you all during your short rests maybe tell a story or you do something that would warrant giving you, maybe that's another way to give you that extra condition. But I think it should have some kind of role playing element to it. Otherwise, you do the thing, we move on. You get the 1 condition, you get the 1 dice per willpower and hit points.
Guys is gonna walk up to McKenna, change her bandages a little bit, and just. I'm so sorry I brought you here. I feel miserable and I feel responsible.
Hey, man, we go together. If it wasn't you bringing me here, it would be me bringing you here. Which, thanks for coming after me.
I was almost waiting for I heard we go to. I was like, I heard we ride together, we die together. Bad boys for life.
Then I dap him up. Yeah.
Bad boys for life. Their paws.
That was such a missed opportunity.
How do you dab up with 2 paws? Just.
Love it. Yeah, so they're finding that moment. Also, Kazan, you can clear an extra condition.
And Makeda will update Jumbi with everything that happened since he got flittered, including coming down here, finding those weird bottles of stuff. Mm-hmm. I think we might want to try and nab one of those if we can circle back. But since the wall's solid, probably not. But
what do we get? We get a D6 of willpower and D6 of hit points. Is that what?
And you clear 1 condition. Yeah. And then you can clear another condition if you have more than 1 with a role play element, like some you add to the scene. That's worthy. That warrants it. It's got. I could probably always veto it, but I would. You guys are just really good. I rolled for something, and so it's appropriate because actually in this moment right after resting. I don't think it matters who sees
sorry.
it.
Before anything pops up, I do have to use the restroom. So
Okay,
real quick.
Go ahead. Well, yeah,
How many hit points do skeletons have again? 10?
8. Just yeah, 8.
Also, Malcolm, would you be interested in making a feature that's like the second wind, but for willpower?
Yeah. What does second wind do again? I got to read my own thing.
Essentially, get an extra D6 during a stretch rest, or fast healing, but for willpower.
Okay. So actually, let me see something really quickly here. I would consider it. I'm surprised there isn't one.
No.
So I realize
because, the one thing that there is the elven trance that they get from inner peace. So as an elf, you can choose to be inoperable for 15 minutes, and then you get 2d6 HP and willpower.
Okay. So,
but other than that,
so my second wind, you summon your inner strength when activating, you immediately recover 1 HP. This ability can be used even when dying, allowing you to stand back up. Oh wow, that's OP. Okay.
Or I meant more like the fast healer.
Yeah, but so second wind, I was just making sure second wind was different enough than fast healer, and it is, and you have to have fast healer first. So okay, I'm just making sure that. Now moving on, you're saying to create something for willpower that will give you more willpower back, more than one. Yeah, I won't do it today, but I'll take note to put in something. We'll call it focus.
Quickened focused.
I'll put that in for now. And then
Refocused.
And then potentially provides 2 willpower. 2d6 for willpower in a stretch rest. And then I'm thinking about if these characters if they continue to live really long and they get really powerful, then I might do some where eventually the amount of dice jump up. So like you would take it later in your campaign where basically the D6 becomes like a D8, something like that, like a D8 or a D10. That's if you all have like a ton of hit points. Yeah. All right, cool. I'll put that in my notes here to go back and review that between now and the next game. I just want to make sure I think it through before I make it.
Unless you think the magic is overpowered, but also everybody uses willpower. So.
But it affects everybody's willpower. I mean, it depends on where's everybody's willpower. What's average everybody's willpower right now?
Check your Malcolm's. What did I call it? I called it like your control board, because that includes all of our core stats. It automatically updates.
Yeah.
Mine goes up to 12.
Mine's at 20.
All you have is 12, Kazan? Interesting. Okay.
Because it's just based off of your willpower
18.
Score.
Yeah.
Like HP is based off your constitution score.
Okay. So you might probably haven't taken any focus heroic abilities. That's why. Okay. Got it. So,
That's why I ran out during the fight so fast.
Yeah, I think even if I do quick and focus, I think the requirement will probably be that you either have to take a certain amount of focus before, so that that would probably be the requirement. You have to have taken a certain number of focus to deploy it, because it would only warrant it because otherwise you'd be like maxing out every time you do a stretch rest. It'd be easy. Like say if he stayed at 12 and then he takes that, then he'd have 2d6, so he'd have a chance to just really easily max out. So I think it would only be something you take after or maybe the requirement would be your willpower would have to be a certain number. That's why I want to think about it. I don't want to rush to figuring it out, but
but even if his willpower maximum is 12, his abilities that he used the willpower for are still
what they cost. So yeah.
Anyway. Like, cool, you're just back to your baseline of being able to do 4 things.
Right. That's fair. So it's like, what? Okay. Still waiting on. So you break for anybody, since I know Michaela's still, Cheryl's still away. If you guys want to replenish your drink or use the restroom or anything like that, we're good. Good shit, Jimmy. I think they might. I mean, they had a good save, but I feel like they did a decent job even on their own getting back up, and wonder if they would have had a chance to kill off some of those. But I think the skeletons for sure saved y'all.
The skeletons were clutch, and as soon as I walked down there, Malcolm said there were skeletons in the alcove. I was like, we're good.
And I didn't make those up. They were there. They were there last game because Cheryl thought she was getting attacked by the skeletons, and I was
like, "That's not how this is supposed to go." I'm friends with the skeletons. Stop. The skele homies.
Ice maker?
I don't know what that is. I was hearing something about it.
I think that's from you, Ohan, because your little square lights up for me when the noise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have a little bit of noise in this room right now. I have the AC going. It's hot.
Gotta go. Yeah, you gotta have it. Got my little fan here. But cool. My mood has increased by a good percentage. Now that we're not almost dead. Oh, because we skipped or because we pushed, does that mean we're playing again next week?
Yes.
So a back-to-back and then
back-to-back.
Off and then on.
Yeah. Then we'll go back to off and on.
Just want to make sure my calendar's correct.
Let's see here. Kazan, Ohan, are you okay mute until you're ready to role play? Just because it's probably the air conditioning or is making like a rumbling sound.
Oh, okay.
It's like it sounds like a tumbler, like a whirring.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like when like a washing machine is going.
Yeah. So during the stretch rest, right after it's over, one of the skeletons in the alcove, maybe as Jumbi, we'll just say lead with you as you're kind of going over to attend to one of them. You notice that one of the skeletons that you haven't raised in the alcove, like maybe right here, is it's leaning against the wall, the spear, but it's perfectly intact. And it is, you examine it, as you kind of get a closer, you can see that its bones are like polished, like smooth, like marble. And it has like its shield and its, staff yeah, like basically like the way they're all leaned up is there is like a like they're all hooked through their rib cage. That's where the sconce like stand is, which is what keeps them standing up. But then their hands were like collapsed over the sconce, over the torch, and then beside them hanging are their shield and their weapon. So if they ever activate or could be brought back, could be grabbed, and so it's there. But this skeleton, like I said, it's smooth, no cobwebs on it, and yeah, strange like marble.
And it's different than the skeletons that I raised.
Yeah.
Can I roll something? Maybe.
Give me a spot hidden.
Spot hidden? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I failed. Fucker.
Okay. Unless you want to push, then
Can I push? Yeah, let me push. I'm gonna push.
That would I don't know what you're gonna take, but yeah.
I'll take
Not sickly.
Can I take angry?
Doesn't that hurt your strength? Intelligence.
No.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. Well, intelligence that's the way you cast. You would probably want to take charisma.
I have to take it first.
What do you mean?
All right, then I'll take disheartened.
I'll take just that's probably what you want. I hate to be spammy, but that's probably what's best in your favor to take.
Yeah, no.
You're like something's here, and what you realize is this is a decorative ceremonial skeleton of some type. You don't know what maybe pinned or whatever like your Yushinaran based culture it is, but it clearly has had a different meaning, or maybe the person had a different meaning as their bones were polished really well. And looking into its skull, in its socket on both sides, you almost see a glint from the torch, and almost as though it was about to activate, and you realize it's not magical light. You quickly determine it's not magical light, and reaching inside, what you realize in both eye sockets sitting right in the back are 2 blue sapphires. Together they are worth 30 gold pieces.
Oh, I'm gonna slip them into my little pocket.
Okay. Yeah.
Is Makeda still holding all that shit?
Yeah, well, by all that shit, you mean our riches and worldly goods.
Yeah. All our things. I'll look at Makeda and I'll be like, here, and I'll throw them to her.
Cling. Yep.
Like cackling. Those a little neat backflip, grabbing him out of the air. What's that bit when Kronk in Emperor's New Groove, she tosses the treat and he like jumps off the ledge.
Where do they go from here?
Is it both are worth together? They're worth 50, or each one's worth 50?
Together they're worth 30.
30.
Together.
30.
Together, yeah. So they'd be 15 each. 15 gold each.
Gotcha.
Oh,
sorry, I realized I left us on the big map.
Are there any weapons on that skeleton, or other than that spear?
You got a successful spot hidden, right? Of course you. Yeah. Oh, no, because you had pushed it. You didn't get a. The spear is. Yeah, nothing else is of value. The spears are pretty old and rickety.
Armor? No.
No armor on them. That's why the skeletons don't have any armor. Nothing there.
Fair.
You still don't have armor.
Hey, what's the range of your raised dead spell?
I'm still using my what do you call it? My whatever the fuck I got, my soft armor.
Okay. What's the range?
What's the range of my what spell?
Your raised dead spell. Try go to the wall that we passed through and try sense the dead dwarf and raise dead so you can get its armor.
Raise undead. You raise one corpse. Power blow dead.
I don't think that would get up because he's up a 90-foot shaft all the way at the top.
He's at the bottom of the shaft.
He's in the room. Yeah. Gotcha. From the other side. If the magic works through the wall.
30 feet, I think. Oh, I guess I could raise undead up to 90 feet. It says. Right. Let me see. Yeah, up to 90 feet.
But that's an excellent point. If it works through the wall.
And then do you need sight to your undead? If you don't need sight and it's
I don't know.
As he works on that.
That spell had cool black armor.
The rest of you should be if he had armor though, he won't be able to cast.
No, it's wearing the armor.
The skeleton. Skeleton's
yeah. Gotcha.
Skeleton's armor.
The funny thing though is do you have raise zombie, because it wouldn't be a skeleton.
Yeah, this is if it's less than a year it would raise. I could still raise it as what do you call it?
As a
zombie.
Does it cost you more or no?
No, it doesn't say that it does here. No.
It's just it depends
but
on the type that
it also doesn't say.
So we do have some updated rules now that there are official necromancy rules.
Yeah, it doesn't tell me.
Somebody's coming to say hello.
Oh,
ducky.
Time.
It's ducky time.
Say
Look at that smile. Hi.
Ducky.
There it is.
Yeah.
Why do you say ducky when you're around it?
Ducky.
I love ducks.
Ducky.
You tell everybody that you saw the firefighters today at school.
Ducky.
Whoa.
Ducky.
I like how she can't even hear us because Malcolm's wearing headphones. So we're all
You
like,
wanna wear
wow,
headphones
that's
and
so
say hi?
cool. Emmy.
Put them on. Put it on. Put it on. Take it. Put it on.
Emmy.
No.
No, she said no. Respect for no. No, respect, and she said no.
No.
No, thank you.
She heard y'all. She's like, she gets off.
She said teehee.
Teehee.
She said teehee.
Ducky.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You're a ducky.
I'm a ducky? Yeah, I'll be that's fine.
Good night.
Good night. You about to go to bed?
Oh, she is adorable. Oh my god.
Say good night to everybody. Oh, thank you, love. All right, you gonna actually go to sleep in your room and not be making a bunch of noise just because that you gotta go to sleep now. You can do it.
My mommy's putting me to bed.
Man, it's crazy to hear her
That's
talking
my
in like
one.
real sentences. It seems like just yesterday, every time Malcolm left the room for a break, we thought it was it was because he was gonna start going to the hospital.
So crazy, right? Yeah. Elementalism, harmonism, mentalism, necromancy. All right, so now so Raised Skeleton is a rank 3 spell now, and I know I probably made it where you could raise like a mummy and all of that, and it's a little now. Raise Mummy is a separate spell. It's a rank 5 spell, and then Raise Skeletal. There's a Raise Skeletal Horde. Defy Death. So I have to. This is something I really sit down and decide if I need to overwrite your spells a little bit, because this kind of makes them a little more balanced. But Necrotic Chill, Raise White, Drain Life. There actually is no Raise Zombie here.
You can waste a white.
We're white.
You reanimate a deceased lord, lady, or mighty warrior as an undead white. So here's the thing: we'll keep your spells as they are for now. So what it is, and I'll just keep them that way. I'll just say yes. So basically, something that you won't find in the actual magic books. I mean, because yours are like homebrewed a bit. So we'll just assume like Jumbi knows some magic that most people don't, so he can raise. So yeah, if he wanted to raise it as a zombie, he can raise that one. I might go back and reconsider that. I think it should cost more willpower to raise like a zombie versus a skeleton.
There is a caveat here that
okay,
if I raise this thing and since it's been undead for less than a year, it's a zombie. If I raise this thing, that I have
starts rotting.
That the casting mage must test for virulence against these potency of 12 or gain the sickly condition at the end of every shift.
So yeah, basically traveling with zombies is like traveling with the plague. Like, and y'all got they all got COVID. Y'all like gotta stay away from So what kind of now the armor that this now the armor this thing was wearing, it's like a full plate armor, so it's pretty high. It's like I might have put him at let me make sure I can actually tell you what I put him at.
I can't wear that.
You can't wear the skeleton. What he's saying is you would raise it, have it walk through, and then it would be wearing that armor.
I see.
So you'd have an armored zombie,
as well as any other loot it may have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it worth using that right now to bring it with you? Totally for something for you to think about.
I mean, if we think it's got something on it, I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah.
How far is it? Do we know how far it is?
Yeah, I've clearly. Yeah, now that you're starting to get used to your necromancer, you're starting to realize how OP it is, because based on the new rules, when you raise a skeleton, it only stays up for an hour. It drops down. So these skeletons would be dead by now. They would have collapsed. What? Yeah, but like yours, when I rolled with them, I made your skeletons permanent.
Dragonbane rules?
Yeah, official Dragonbane rules.
This game.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to walk your skeletons. So you have to learn a rank 5 spells is when you start to learn skeleton horde.
Why would Dragonbane try to make the game less fun? That doesn't make any sense.
It just
terrible, dude.
They're trying to make it balanced.
Balance. Yeah. Because suddenly
then they should have released it that way to begin with. I feel like I'm playing the fucking beta version.
That's how all role-playing games are. You guys are just, you guys are not.
You know what role-playing game is not like that,
I'm gonna be honest with you, because real tabletop players what do you think the real D&D motherfuckers were doing back in the day? They were making this shit up. They were playing the beta. But that's the truest form. Okay, the truest form of tabletop is playing a game with your friends for so long that like you all find this trust and safety where you start to literally build your world together. That also means your rules go along with that, which is why at the end of the day, but which is still written in every 5e game, is that at the end of the day, the rules are up to the game master and the people who play the game with them. So you can tear the whole thing down if you want. So there really is no...
That's why I wait 3 years before I play any video game, because it's just not worth it.
Every tabletop essentially is a beta. Even if you play 5e, even if you're playing the most streamlined D&D, playing Pathfinder, your game master is making up shit and putting it on the table where that you cannot test it before it hits the table. It's like, I hope this boss is not a killer, and then it wipes the party. It's just part of the joy. It's why like no Baldur's Gate no video game could really do what D&D does, because you just sometimes you just don't know.
Joy is a little
the way you appreciated, like, embrace the pain and suffering of boxing. I embrace the pain and suffering of the tabletop. You have to suffer to enjoy the.
I am not that far along on the spectrum. I'm on a spectrum, but not that far. Not that far, buddy.
There is a joy to good stuff. So you guys are all healed up. Where to next, or
Yeah, the question is, do we want to risk this being like a cover every corner dungeon crawl, or do we want to try and get out of here? Because
I think we got to get the fuck out of here. It was pretty clear that there's shit in here trying.
Well, that was with only half the party.
Right, yeah, it was a lot scarier because Makeda came here by herself and was just walking around and got dead. So really, for example, those creatures had like 3 or 4 hit points apiece, but because they were just getting like, there was just so many of them, they got swarmed. She got swarmed.
Jumbi thinks this is a terrible idea based on insider information.
So what is Jumbi's idea then? What does he think they should do?
Jumbi thinks we should try to make a beeline out of this motherfucker as quickly as possible.
Okay, that means follow try to head towards the start.
I guess we got to try to head towards the start, right? I didn't know. Jumbi didn't really know.
Yeah, the thing that
map,
says
right?
start.
Yeah, the map, or the parchment where. So essentially, you're going that route. You're going down here. You're heading to this junction. There's a 3-way junction here, and you'd be choosing that way if you think you're trying to head. That would be like basically where this is where you guys would be.
What's that statue in the corner over there?
Once you get over there, you can.
Oh, we don't know
figure
what that
it out.
is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry about that statue over there.
Yeah.
We'll get to the statue over there when we get over.
Got it. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something I was missing.
No. Yeah. Good. It's decoratively there. This is one of those things where I wait for you all as a group to tell me to navigate us a little bit.
Are we going that way? What are we gonna do here, guys?
If you're going
We should get the
my
hell out of
way.
here. There's Ashton made some soup and I want some.
I would love a bowl of soup.
Hopefully it's not burned by the time we get there.
Oh no, that fuck off dwarf spilt it all.
No!
Turn the whole
Glad he's
pot.
dead. Whoever he is, glad he's dead. Alright, so let's get out of here.
How do we get to the soup?
Okay, so
The remnants of the
traveling. What's the marching order of the group?
Hopefully the hobgoblin didn't make off with our raptor.
with all our stuff. No!
Oh,
JJ.
not JJ.
We go all like John Wick finding JJ again.
That would be fun to play. If somebody killed our fucking dinosaur and we go out there and
Don't
then
get mad at my ideas.
that's it, the game completely derails and we just follow the motherfucker.
Oh shit! All your stuff is on the wagon too, huh? Yeah, so like all your like.
No, it's not. No, it's not, Malcolm. We have it all with us. It's not taken.
You guys tried to hide it in some bushes, right? You kind of like put it off to the side. All right.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It was just at the camp and the goblin.
That's why I always appreciate Jameson, because Jameson will always be brutally honest and be like, "Yeah, that's just us sitting outside there."
And that hobgoblin didn't say he wouldn't rob us. He was just like, "Yo, I'm not fighting you."
Mm.
But he did say he didn't want to get near that raptor.
So maybe JJ protects our stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's start heading towards the diagonal that'll take us out of here.
Okay.
Theoretically. We're still hoping. This is all theory.
And marching order? I take it one skeleton in front. Does a skeleton pull up the rear?
Yeah. One skeleton in the front.
I'll be
two of them
up front.
Two in the front, yeah. 2 skeletons up front.
I'll be Yeah, I don't want to be number 1, but I can be kind of towards the front. Actually, I got
Towards the
quite a bit of
front.
healing,
Okay.
so I'm feeling a little more.
Where does
confident
our mage sit as he travels? Not, or it's 2 mages, but I mean Ashton as the. Not, I'll usually mean necromancer.
A real mage.
No, I just mean necro. I usually think of you as necromancer, which is a mage, but just thinking of mage and necromancer.
Special mage.
Just,
now.
this is what I have right now. I have Jameson bringing up the rear.
First anymore. He's pretty beaten up.
You're still pretty beaten up,
Yeah.
Kazan.
I am. I'm still really low on hit points.
Okay, so
Well,
I
I can
put.
hit. Well, you're our tank, so I'll hit you with a prayer.
I'm not even a tank anymore. I don't have any more armor.
What happened to
No.
your armor?
Oh,
My armor's disintegrated. I like
Till you craft. Well, that's why you could. Yeah, that's why you would need a shift rest to craft it back.
exactly.
okay. So it's not permanently gone.
It's not permanently gone, but it's.
I was like,
See, that's why we needed that dwarf.
That's why he could have possibly worn the dwarf's armor. Yeah, resuited it.
but here, I'll hit you. I'll say a prayer of healing. To Ashu.
Oh, well, we haven't moved yet, right? We just got up, right?
Oh, dragon.
Okay.
What does a dragon do?
Roll for your domain. And what does a dragon do for prayer? Let me look.
It's my prayer of healing.
Um,
Can I do it to more than one person?
and then how much willpower does it?
It's 3 willpower.
Yep. And then so it
And she's
would
just
be-
like, you got past my ghost prank. Good on you.
I wouldn't put it past her. Damn, that's 2 dragons I've gotten so far today.
nice. So that would be so then you'll be able to put that on your prayer ability, and then what ability? Where did I put prayer at? Okay, I have it right here, and I show. I'm gonna need my glasses for these small words. Ooh, it's not great.
We're gonna have to tone down that good mood till we're out of this dungeon.
Nah, too bad. I'm in a good mood. It's all coming up. It's all coming up, cackle.
Like Kate is all diddy bopping in the dungeon over here.
I actually don't see so far what it does if you roll a dragon.
It doesn't. Yeah, my spreadsheet doesn't include anything about dragons or demons.
I mean,
Could I
for spells, you can.
Oh no, what spell is it?
It's my
Domain.
prayer of healing.
And is that what domain
not a
off the
spell,
sheet
it's
did it
prayer
come
healing.
from? It's a sorry, yeah. What I'm looking for
Oh,
domain.
that came from
Gods of law and
spirits of
justice.
life,
Gods of
healing and fertility.
okay, healing. Okay, life and healing. So here it is. You get blessing. You get 3d6 willpower to you and one to you or one of your allies. A cure of a sickness or poison, and yeah, with a dragon, I'll give you I'll give you an extra d6.
I couldn't spread it around. Like pick another target.
If you pick another target, then I won't give you the extra. You can just choose to how you want to split up the 3d6s.
Okay, I can do it.
She'll give you that.
Thanks, Ashu. Dang. Yahtzee, all 5s. So, Kazan, you get 10. 10 healing. And Jumbi, how bad do you look?
I have 12 hit points.
Okay, then I'm taking it.
Yeah, you should take it.
Or no, I can't take it. That would be a waste. So you have 10 hit points. I'll give it to
12.
you. 12? What's your max?
23.
Then I'll give you the 5, so you get 5 healing.
Okay.
Thanks, Eshu. Love you, girl.
Shout out to
Appreciate it.
number 1 in the hood.
Shout-
Dude, I hope this ear thing clears up quick.
Are you still?
Did you burst your eardrum? Is there pain or is it just muffled?
It's not really pain. It's just muffled.
Also, it's muffled. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it feel, because it was
It might
impact
just
from
be
a
swollen,
hug,
yeah.
and it rang, so
Yeah.
kind of like a gunshot going off. I think it's the
Dang.
same type of damage.
Jeez.
Probably a couple of days, but fuck, it's annoying because it's
That
not
sounds awful.
bad enough for me to worry.
Right.
But it's like if I speak, I can kind of.
You can kind of. It's like you're getting a little echo in your own head. Yeah.
Yeah, like some kind of like. But I'm just so. I mean, sparring fucking sucks regardless. I mean, Malcolm knows like it doesn't matter even if you don't take a hit like that, like your body feels kind of shit the next day regardless. So, what up, fuck.
So as you all cross over to this new space, this room, you find that the corridor, in this corridor, on both sides of the walls, there are murals that show ranks upon ranks of humanoids repelling undead horde. And then before a robed man gives the strength to overcome the living, and the horde is getting stronger. And so there's no I'm gonna basically above 10. There's no role, no myths or legends that makes this make any sense to you all. Like, it doesn't bring back any like legend that you've heard of. It basically looks like this depicts something that doesn't seem like it. You just don't know what this is. Even Ashton is like, this is not like a depiction from the war or some war in the Ashlands. But in addition to this, you do notice that here there are like a pile of bones scattered on the ground. And if on this way, the bones kind of, there's like a trail of them going down this way. The amount of bones that are there are incomplete for you, Jumbi, to make a complete skeleton, but it doesn't mean there aren't more down there that could. This way, where you were seeing you thought you saw the statue, you do notice one on the other side once you get into this space.
Another skeleton or another statue?
Oh, no, just a statue. The statue on the left side that is going now, and also directly ahead is another path. That path goes down another 20 feet before going into another T-junction, left or right. So another left or right if you head down that way. This way goes down, the hall goes down very far. There, Makeda had made it this far, and she had saw a doorway, a closed door, about 20 feet down, so not as close as where I'm putting it right now, but a doorway there with closed door. And then the sconces get darker at the end of this hall, like they're like not fully lit. So this hall goes down maybe about 60 feet, and you can't see at the end of the hall where it goes, because like basically it's not lit any further. But there's a doorway there, and then the statue here, it looks like someone, like a woman. She's dressed what you would imagine appear maybe like, she looks like she could have been like a rogue, and she's in the pose as though she was kind of sneaking, and her head is turned back as though she looking over her shoulder. And her hood is down, and her kind of cornrows on her head are exposed, but she's a statue.
She's looking back.
And she's looking back down like towards the hall.
We want to not look that way, because I remember the dead people I saw were other adventurers. If she's one of their party, then she might have gotten frozen by some kind of spell, looked at something that turns her to stone. So we got to be really careful where we look, and be really careful of our surroundings.
Can I have an awareness check from you, Makeda?
Awareness? Does it meet if it...
Meets it, beats it, yeah.
If it meets? Okay, so 18, we're good.
So you look at her for a moment, and you had looked, and she is clearly looking back over her shoulder. Her head doesn't change, but when you look at her again, she's looking at you. And then you kind of shocked, you blink for a second, and she's still looking back down the hall.
Freaky.
Cause I don't notice that you freaked out for a second, like, what? What happened?
I think the statue looked at me. But like when I blinked, it went back to normal.
Shit.
If I like look away and then look back, do I catch the statue looking at me again?
It's just normal statue now. Nothing's changed.
Does you have any inscriptions on it or anything?
No. It doesn't even have a base.
Yeah, I think it's an adventurer that got like basket.
Like if you pushed it hard enough, it'd probably tip over.
Petrified. Let's not do that.
Let's
And
tip it over.
sorry, can you point at the map again which way she's looking?
She's
Like, if
sorry,
the
yeah,
statue
she's
is-
looking that down. She's looking over her shoulder, so her body's facing as though she's going this way, but her head is turned back
Okay.
that way.
Oh, so
Her head is
wasn't
turned
even
towards
looking
where
at
your
us.
skeletons
Okay.
are facing, and her body is as though she is going down towards where you just came from.
Could we give one of the skeletons a torch and have it walk down there to where we can't see?
Oh, yeah, to where it's all dark.
Can you see through the skeleton?
So that we can see what's down there?
I
You could.
can cast. I have a what's it called? A magic trick.
Can also take us, since everyone's kind of lingering on the statue, can have a spot hidden from everyone. Who's willing to take one? You don't have to do it if you don't want to.
I'll take one. I
I'll
like
take
spot hidden,
hidden.
and I'm successful.
Yeah, I'll take one too because I'm interested after she said that.
I failed it.
And I can always cast light on a skeleton if we wanted to just
Oh,
make the
keep it.
skeleton.
I pass with a 10,
Okay.
if the number matters.
No, yeah. I passed with a
She
9,
so
number
yeah
matters.
so just successes matter. Sounds like all of you noticed that on her one hand is forward, like she said, like she's creeping, and the other hand, as she's looking back over, it looks like she's like fiddling with her pouch, and you notice that her, even though she's all stone, that's just in her hand there is a potion, and it looks like it could be wrestled out of her. There's a like an amberish colored vial in her hand.
Takey.
All right, so you snatch it. You have the potion now. It doesn't look like your
Amber-colored
normal.
potion.
It looks like you might need to identify it, but because it doesn't necessarily speak to you as a healing potion in terms of its color and maybe smell and consistency, you could give me a bushcraft check. If you had alchemy, you could give me that secondary skill. No one has that because no one knows alchemy.
No, I
So I
don't.
think you would just have to give me a bushcraft check.
Bushcraft?
Yeah.
Okay. Here goes bushcraft. Ah, success
Okay, you
with a 3.
it after you, I imagine you like kind of pass around, ask everybody to smell it. There's a little bit of back and forth between you and
I huff
everyone.
this.
Ashton says it kind of smells like it might be some kind of dispel magic potion of some type. He can't, and the closest he can think is that it feels like it has that, looks like it has elements of something that would dispel. It may not dispel all magic. It may dispel a particular type of magic. And maybe, so you all together think it is likely to be some kind of, between what, and then what he thinks, and between your own rationale, Makeda, it seems like it might be some type of, what do you call that?
This
An-
might be good for
antidote.
dispelling a magical poison or magical disease.
Yeah. Maybe some type of antidote.
Okay. I'm kind of tempted to splash it on her to see if it gets her to stop being what's it called? Petrified or frozen in rock. Like, do we think this is a related effect that's happening to her? Like she was reaching for it. Maybe she thought that she could down it before she got fully affected.
I will say that there was no body of these hags, or at least the one I fought. So they may still be about.
It'll be nice to have a friend.
To be fair, she turned to stone. She may not be the most effective. And the fact that she got turned to stone in the first place and her entire party died means they may not have been the most successful of adventurers. This job kind of sorts out the chaff by itself quite regularly.
Do you think she might know something we don't?
Doubtful.
Okay. Sorry, them's the breaks, lady. And I'll give her a sad little tap.
Okay. I heard something about sending the skeletons down the hall, or
yeah, I can magic trick light up one of their I can turn one of their spears into a glow stick.
Do we want to send one down there, or do we want to do something else?
I kind of want to send one down there just in case with the light, so we can see what we can't see.
I think it's a fair.
Now, if she was an elf, we definitely should have revived her.
Okay, well now that you said that,
I knew it was coming.
No. Now that you said that, I'm splashing the thing on her. Dribbling the juice in her mouth. Now that you said that, fuck you.
So out of spite, you see McKenna like literally do what she just described.
Literally does like the ears go back, airplane mode, and then just gets it in her mouth.
Suddenly, the statue begins to soften, and the texture on it gets like squishy, almost like sand, and the sand begins to kind of slowly but surely kind of come off like wet sand at the beach,
gross.
And sure enough, what's under it is a real woman. It's real skin, and she kind of moves, but you don't know how long she's been this way. she doesn't even cough. She like collapses over, and she's lying there with like this kind of mud like slowly coming off of her. And before you can try to like tussle her or get her to move, her body begins to go with it, dissolving very quickly like ash and bone, or like sand and bone. And she is a full skeleton if Jimmy wants to raise it. But yeah,
got you one.
Now, depending on how long she's been petrified, reviving one such as that, they may just be reduced to another. You already did it.
Now, I will say, I'll take away from this is that what likely, I don't want to assume.
My takeaway is never be nice to strangers ever. My takeaway is generosity gets me nothing. I get no friends.
Here's what I'll say. Makeda, you have about half a bottle left of the stuff, and hopefully what you can ascertain is that it was likely that it cured the petrification, but she had been petrified for too long.
Yeah, sad. Okay. Learn something new.
Now, I will say that...
Let me finish. An elf is a very long-lived species that can live through petrification for hundreds of years. And is more likely to survive.
Makeda crosses her arms like, fine.
Now, if you really wanted to learn something from her, one of you can do that.
But it's if we don't want to spend the willpower points, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is just a willpower point free little splash or something.
Yeah. Just making it that if there was something for her to say, because Jumbi knows speak with the dead.
Little corner.
Yeah.
Little corner pop up for Ashton. You have successfully taught Makeda something.
This is essentially if you always feel like I didn't do it, I didn't make it this way, but this is a dungeon perfect for Jumbi's abilities.
Yeah, skeletons out the wazoo.
Yeah.
Skeletons all up in this bitch. Yeah.
So I was hearing, so we're leaving her as B. You're talking about maybe marching the skeletons. I don't know if you're having one go down each of the corridors to try different ways, or just have one go down this way and see what goes down there. I don't, still listening to you all and what you are telling me. And so far, a couple of encounters, but nothing's happened yet. You haven't heard any, though the more you linger, the more I'm likely to.
No, yeah, I think the plan is I can magic trick. I'll magic trick one of the skeleton spears into a glow stick, so I'll cast light on one of the skeleton spears for one.
Okay.
For one willpower point. I think that's how that works. Yeah. Create a bright light that shines from a focus of your choice. It illuminates a 10-meter radius area around your focus and lasts for one shift of time.
Okay, so you light it.
And then we can set him off down we can set him out running with the little torch down the.
And it's a 60-foot hall. So how far do you want that skeleton to march?
All the way.
Okay.
How far away, Jimmy, do you want your skeleton?
And ignoring the door, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are
mean, they can go as far as they. I mean,
yeah, we've had this conversation across this. Essentially, they as long as I think what it might be is that like what I've tried to kind of do is that basically if you lose sight of them, you should be able, if they get too far away, you can give them like a basic thing that they're going to do while you're gone, right? Like you might leave and they just guard, and if something attacks, they attack. But I don't think like you can have your skeleton in another state and you're like having them pick locks on doors. But this one, 60 feet away, I'm completely fine with, doing whatever, if it needs to react to it. Now the thing is, he can't see through its eyes or anything like that. So what he does, I
just meant so that we can see the down there, you know what I mean?
Down the hall, there's no monster, nothing jumps out, nothing attacks him. And he gets to the end where now you'll lose sight of the creature. And as you wave at the end of that 60-foot hall, and he's like waving you can tell that whatever is at the end of that space, there's a large archway of stone, and whatever is in that space is larger, because you can just the way the light kind of dances off of almost nothing. And he kind of like staggers and turns around, and then is kind of waiting for a new direction from his from who summoned him. And again, unlike familiars in this game, when you raise a skeleton, there's no soul in it. It's more like a magical effect of just so it's just mechanical in nature, which is very interesting because just. If any of you have read the magic book, it is strange that whether you're a necromancer or not, every spellcaster can have a familiar. But when you do familiar, you're essentially calling a spirit that is willing to come from the afterlife and then house the animal that you put it in. So all the familiars do have.
Wait, how does that work? How does that work with if you want to call on like a dead elf because they're in their gems? Like if you call on Uncle
you can't.
Elrond,
Yeah, you can't.
You leave his gem. No.
It might be. Well, I don't think you can call a specific. I don't think you're targeting a specific soul.
Okay.
It's just a willing soul from
whichever
somewhere.
one around is
whichever around takes
okay.
becomes your familiar.
Yeah, they can just pop out from their stone real quick where their corpse is at.
Yeah, I would make some kind of fluff if you wanted your I think if he got his boy back that's in the greenstone, he could probably put him in a familiar. I don't see why not. It's just that's not. Yeah, it's not. And not everybody is necessarily. Not every soul that's coming back will be an elf, right? Or you won't even really know. You won't know what soul it is. But I can see somebody like Ashton being able to invite the soul from the gym to in-house a creature. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I mean, Elrond was pretty psyched to be part of a crown, so... Yeah,
Elrond's out here trying to rule the world in the new life.
He's probably gonna fake it till he makes it.
So yeah, I mean, other than that, that's all I can tell you is that the hall's clear, no traps. Good thing is no traps went off. Skeleton didn't get shot up or blown up or pulled into the ceiling, so at least no pressure plates went off. So that's one thing.
Why'd it go silent?
I think there's just like a fear of dungeons where everybody's just like overthinks every single move.
We did just almost die. Let's
yeah.
I mean, he didn't get beat up, so I think we're going in the right direction, right?
But yeah, according to the map.
All right, I guess we got to follow this map that Junbi didn't know about till.
I told you about the map.
Yeah.
He doesn't remember.
Jumbi. Jumbi's got CTE.
So down you all go, and
our little Muppet walk cycle animation.
Yep. And at the end of the hall, when you catch back up to the skeleton, you realize there is this massive room that is probably almost 100 foot wide ceiling, and how this was built underground doesn't make any sense. And it is domed overhead. There are no windows. There are a few sconces along the wall, and then there are some sconces on pillars that are placed throughout the room. But as you were getting close, one of the first thing you begin to kind of smell is the smell of like stagnant, maybe stale like water and what you start to hear is like that very trickling, or just the still water, like just the way it kind of moves. You know that this room has a water element to it, and so when you walk in, there is just this dark pool of water, and there's this long bridge that you can probably march over, 2-person wide, that goes over the water to the other side. On the other side, there is a large stone area, and on the other side of the room is a doorway at the center, and that is what you see. In addition,
do we see any indication that that other group came this way?
I mean, they must have if they knew it was there to mark it on the map.
We're making an assumption that...
Well, I assume they drew the map, so I think that means that they must have gone down here if it's on the map, then they went there.
Is there indication that actually... Because we would be able to see if this is an old, dusty dungeon, right? Like, we would be able to know if something was, people were walking here, within the last 24 hours, or however long the fuck it was. You know what I'm saying?
Also in this space, they're scattered on the other side. You'd notice on that large open platform, there are a few scattered like statues. You can't make out, they're not heavy detailed like the one you just saw, but all in various poses. And there's something that glitters in one of the corners next to the door. It looks like it might be a pile of literally treasure. And then also on one of the stone pillars that's one of the stone pillars is off in the middle of the little lake, that like little water area. On one of those stone pillars is like you almost think it's a mirror at first, but a very shiny, reflective like plate. Could be a shield.
Oh. Okay, we still need to be careful about whatever. The treasure almost blinded me to the fact that we still need to be worried about whatever petrified the lady in the hallway.
I mean, and it's clear that nobody came that way, because then nobody's going to leave treasure on the ground. So this is not the way they came. So we need to backtrack and go a different route.
The treasure pile would be large. Well, here's what I'll say about the treasure pile. The treasure pile is large enough that it is likely that you all probably could not carry all of the treasure. You'd be
was there treasure to be found on any of that other group that was dead?
I think I got some.
Just got some few coins, so not much.
So that means they didn't take anything. That means they didn't come this way.
So this is in the big room. So looking at the map, we're in the diagonal hallway now. That's leading up to the room.
I watched a lot of Law and Order.
And this room is
this room matches with the size and space that, and then like if this is right, your map is telling you they came through that door on the other side of the room.
The map's got to be flipped or something.
Yeah, we might want to backtrack and go straight, because is that flat line, is that like the doorway that we bypassed at the end of the hallway?
Let me see.
So if we go down the diagonal, back down to the diagonal to the straight horizontal,
that takes you all the way back here.
Yeah, and then there's like a little flat, there's an extended flat area right below and equal to the room. Is that okay? Hold on a second. Download that.
So if I'm about to do something, that alley, that angled way is the same angled way on the map that's going to that box by start. Is that correct?
Say it one more time. The angle
on the map.
Right. That's going south of the line or below the line.
Below the line. That's
okay.
That angle.
So here we are.
That's the same one angle here. That's the same angle here.
So if we go back, if we go back now through that and go straight, that should take us
this area here.
There we go.
This area here.
So Cheryl, now if we're in that little area right there, right? So if we now go back to that box and then go straight.
This box.
Yeah, and then go straight. But then that
Straight
doesn't
through.
show that doesn't show that other angle of where the bones are though, right? Because in that box,
No,
that
the
means
bones
that
are down this way.
The bones are down
this
that way. Correct.
This way. This is the bone corridor. God,
That-
why didn't I do this like 20 minutes ago?
okay, so that's the bone corridor. Oh, so we
like,
are going to the star, but
flip-
then it's
yeah.
clear that they didn't come that way though.
Or at least we're thinking it's clear that they did not, or at least when they came through this building or this room, something happened and that gold is suspect because they didn't have any gems on them and our girl was petrified down here-ish, right, Malcolm? Down here or more up here?
Down there.
here.
Right there, down there.
So our girl was petrified down here. What I'm asking about, Malcolm, is this area here. Because this seems like they started to draw in a room, but then they didn't finish it. Is that accurate to the map, or is
It looks like they went down there and looked at the T, like they got to that point and then they doubled back. They probably didn't go left or right there.
So I'm thinking either we go through this room and we don't touch anything, and we're careful and we don't touch anything, just to see what the exit situation. I'm like out of my square, but if you just pin my voice talking box.
We can see you at the top though. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then, because here, this might be an exit. It's where they started, so ostensibly it's how they got in.
So then, yeah, I guess we go through that box, don't touch anything to see what's on the other side of it.
So that's the question: is do we think it's safe to even go through the box without touching anything? Because if we don't think it's safe to go through the box without touching anything, we may want to investigate this.
Well, they didn't even investigate that.
But maybe they didn't investigate it because they already came in. So if this is like, well, I don't know.
Why don't we send the skeleton? Why don't we go down to the bridge?
Yeah, can we check out what this situation is, Malcolm? What is this? Why didn't they go in here? Can we?
You know, Malcolm did drop us a hint of go talk to the corpse. You know.
But do we want Jumbi to spend the willpower points?
I can spend the willpower. That's the only necroticism spell I know.
What?
Ashton, let's go spend some willpower points to talk to the corpse. Okay.
So as you are doubling before, as you're turning,
talking to Petrified Girl.
as you are turning, suddenly the water across the way like moves and stirs.
Bad.
Just hearing it stir, do you all try to like double or hide?
Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Turn our backs. Hide. Yeah, let's hide. Let's hide.
Give me a stealth check.
Shit.
Where the fuck are we gonna hide?
Well, you're at the doorway, so you can like just duck back into the archway, like out of sight, basically.
What's a stealth check? Sneaking?
Sneaking. Sorry, sneaking.
Pass.
Fail.
Oh, I fucking failed too. God damn it, my big ass.
Do you want to push?
Jimmy,
I don't want to.
Your ass is too thick.
Else.
You're too juicy.
I know. I mean, I don't know what else I could push.
My sneak is a 7.
I guess let me push. I'll take dazed, which means fucking hell. Fucking second fail. God damn it.
Okay. How about you, Kazan?
I'm not gonna push. I don't got a good enough chance.
Yeah. Good. Okay. So as Kazan and Makeda back away after having this conversation, for you, Jumbi, it is your skeletons just like clatter against you. One of them just kind of like bumps against you, and it causes that skeleton to kind of bump against the other one, which kind of like puts Ashton off kilter a bit, and there's a bit of clacking, and that clatter makes just enough of an echo. And as you all like step back and Makeda's like, don't look. I actually don't want to make sure Makeda's not missing this, so I'll stop talking until she gets back.
Sorry.
No
I
worries.
need to refill my water bottle.
But
I'm listening. But yes, I'm just imagining the xylophone noises. All the skeletons domino.
So yeah, as those clatter against one another, suddenly, as you all are like diving out of the way, for the most part, it feels like you all get out of the line of sight of this thing, but all of you are able to see a glimpse from behind of what this thing is. It looks like a massive, like serpent comes out of the water, like a anaconda, but like twice the size of that. Like, I mean, this thing has the head the size of a small, like, dragon. It could swallow someone, right? But it comes out, and yet this is as you're turning your back and trying to move away, and you see it slither. Its head slithers out the top of the water. It's on the other side of the bridge. It's on the other side, and as it kind of comes out, it coughs up, and a pile of treasure pours out of its mouth into another section. And then it begins to slither behind one of the poles, and you all have just jumped back. And as it makes that clatter, you hear it go, and you hear it. You know you can tell when something is looking. It stops, and you could tell if you were to look back over, it would be looking at the hall. And then you start to hear it moving again. Now this movement sounds like it's getting closer. It's still far away because it's still on the other side of the 100-foot room. But is it chasing you? What do you do?
He then grabs me to keep me from running after that treasure.
That's exactly what I said. Yeah, I grab the camera like, no, we're getting.
It's a creature that barfs up treasure. I need
spit
it.
all over it anyway.
Does it look like the snake would be able to fit in this hallway we're in?
Absolutely. It'll crawl right through that hallway.
We got it.
I'll fireball the shit out of this hallway.
You all start, you could fight this thing, or you could double back. I mean, what's just happened might have explained. Maybe it wasn't here when they came through. It seems to throw up, like, drop piles of treasure.
Oh, and then go away. So, yeah.
The thing is,
then more the fools they for not taking treasure when
the
they
bridge, and this thing comes up and fucks us up. That's even worse. That's the problem.
Just send the skeletons out.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I'm concerned skeletons.
Yeah,
Maybe Let's wait to see if it gets into the hallway, because if we can just hold and try and stay stealthy.
That's a good idea.
Try stealth until it's creeping into the hallway if we think it can get into the hallway, and if it can get into the hallway, skeleton.
So you want to wait till it moves. You want to wait till it peeks into the hallway, and then the skeletons are the skeletons standing where? Are the skeletons standing in the arch, or are they hiding on the side with you? Sorry, let me try to draw it out. Let me try to make here's what I'll try to do. So
can you shift the angle a little bit maybe?
Yeah. Here's what I'll do. So I'm going to tear this piece off because none of this really matters right now. Let's say at the end of that hall. Oh shoot, let me do some. So
exactly, Jameson. Exactly what I'm thinking.
So I forgot my my Sharpie downstairs, so I'll have to get one, but if I need to. But so you all are you've ducked back into the hall here. So we've got 3 separate skeletons. And this is a much larger room this opens to do. So I guess what I'm saying is if you jump back into the hall, all 3 skeletons, there's a point where even if it's coming across, like it can see, if it might be able to see them unless they're moving all the way down the hall to the point where they're out of sight. And then let's say I'm going to use a stand-in for whatever this thing is might be. Let's say if this is it, when it does move here, it's eventually going to look and see everyone there, unless you are trying to leave your skeletons in view. So if it is coming, it attacks them first, and then you see what is attacking them. I'm trying to get a picture of, like, what is it that you are maybe trying to do, or are you just running, does that make sense? Tell me if I'm talking gibberish.
Skeletons as baits, I think, like sending one of the skeletons out across the bridge. So, because it heard something, it may not know what it is. If it sees a skeleton, maybe it's just like, oh, I guess there are other dead people there. Or it attacks the skeleton, meaning it's more dumb than we think.
Fuck it, let's send a skeleton down there, right?
I'll give us time to get away too.
George, go down there and see what's up with that snake.
George.
Because depending on this creature's intelligence level, it may see the skeleton and be like, all right, that's what made the noise. Investigation through. Like,
that's a good point.
Yeah. Because if these guys were able to creep through here with no problem, we just wait for it to go away again, count to 30, and then go across.
Rest in peace, George.
So here's what I need to understand. When you send George out there, how are you going to know? Are you going to just wait to hear what happens to George? Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we're gonna hear if he gets fucked up. We're gonna hear his ass clattering.
You hear like clack, 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 and then
we will hear, quote unquote, we will hear his ass clattering.
Yeah, his ass clattering. You know. And you can quote me on that.
You'll hear his ass.
Me preparing to lay my trap for Santa Claus.
Or we just say, go touch the door and then come back.
Go touch the door?
Yeah, trying to tell him to go to the.
Yeah,
can he make it all the way to the end of the door on the other side?
Right, let's try that. Let's try that. Yeah, let's try that.
Because if he doesn't return within like a minute, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
He didn't make it back.
Yeah, I like that.
Many such cases. Oh, water noises.
Okay. So you hear like the footsteps and the clattering of your skeleton, and then suddenly and it's quiet.
I think that counts as a clatter.
And then
No, I don't think he clattered. Is he still there? Is he still walking?
you'd have to look back in the room to know.
Can I call him back? I'll just call him back and see what happens. I don't even got to move to call him back.
You hear the rustling of some water, and then he does not come back.
That dude just in that snake belly like this, trying to get back.
So it's quiet, and at least I guess there's been enough time to where I guess if it was coming to the hallway, you probably would have saw it by now. So maybe whatever it did to the skeleton, it did stop, at least halted it. So
yeah, maybe it's
can
like,
Can I try to make the skeleton make an attack?
You sense? Oh no! I imagine the disconnect or the.
Okay. So he got fucked up. So
here's the thing, like Here's the thing. You're trying to give your skeleton commands. The skeleton is not dead. You still feel the connection to the skeleton, but the skeleton cannot execute your commands.
Oh, maybe he got turned to stone. Maybe this is like some Medusa situation.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe this is some Medusa situation. He got fucking petrified.
Yeah.
That's probably what happened.
Can I
deduce that? Can I deduce that? Can I like roll?
You're deducing it by saying
you
it.
did deduce it.
You deduced it, yeah. So you're role playing that
motherfucker got
deduction. So no need to make that roll, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe was the water noise him going back under the water? Like he's like, okay, intruder handled. Bye.
But how do you petrify a skeleton?
There are no eyes.
It doesn't have any connective tissue. It's already moving magically, and it's already solid.
Ask your game.
Like, that just makes a stronger skeleton.
He's the most solid he will ever
because
be.
it literally turns it. Remember, like it was like it pretty much places
coated her.
She coated her in like stone, so it coated it like this. Like imagine sand going into like hard, like setting into sediment from concrete to concrete. Yeah.
It's like when you put a Kit Kat in the fridge.
Yes.
So it's really cold, and then you can just break off the sides of the chocolate away from the wafer in the middle.
Like there's a bone inside of it, if that's what it is. Just like there was a woman inside of, like there was there's a person inside of that. I mean, yeah, listen, petrification never makes any sense. It's just like in that, like D&D's like cartooning where they turn people to ice and then you just suddenly like break them out the ice. Yeah. Bro, you're dead. Like you don't get to come back from being frozen in ice. Yeah, that's my rationale at least. It's
All right.
And skeletons don't have eyes, but they do see. Because they do perceive, so they have some.
Does that mean if I use the Farsight spell to scry it, if I look at it and it's a Medusa, I would get turned to stone through magical observation?
I don't know. You'd have to try. You'd have to. It's something. It's from his deduction. It's something that Ashton is thinking about.
We have half a bottle and you're an elf, so you'll be fine.
How far away was the doorway from the opening?
It's all the way on the other side of the hall, so it's like 100 feet.
I mean, I could teleport to the door.
Hey, you can't teleport multiple people.
I mean, I can teleport up to 2 people if I want to spend what is it, 9 willpower or
Ugh.
6 willpower doing that.
Nope.
But the question is, how easily does that door open?
Like, will be hard for you to push open on your own.
Yeah.
So, problem. If we could somehow get that shiny shield, because that's what they do in the myths, right? For how to get past like a Gorgon or something that turns you to stone with the sight, is you have to look at it in a reflection. Do we have like a hand mirror on us in our inventories anywhere? Do we have like?
I mean, and if you believe that, if that was true, then that would, if that's true that you can use it that way, then that likely would answer the question on Farsight. You probably could look at it and not be turned to stone through magical Farsight. If that's even, like, say, if we're again, we're assuming rules that we'll have to just. We're also assuming this is a Medusa.
Well, I think it's a basilisk, not a Medusa, but I imagine it works the same way.
Yeah.
So we either need to.
See, how much willpower do I have currently? All right, I've got 13. So theoretically, I could teleport with 2 of us across.
Only 2.
Then it would be another 3 to teleport back, so that puts at 9. And then I'll need another 6. So I'm 2 willpower short to be able to Nightcrawler this.
Nightcrawler us through the whole situation. Where again, Malcolm? Sorry, can you describe again for me? I'm having some trouble holding it in my brain. The layout of this room specifically. So there's the way we get in. There's the end of this diagonal hallway.
Actually, I'll show it to you. Give me a second here.
Yeah, so we get past the diagonal hallway. I remember it's really tall. Did the hags know this was down here? At first I thought the hags knew this was down here, and now I'm starting to think maybe the hags didn't know this was down here.
I think that's. I mean, it's a observation. It's possible that they just didn't even know. Because nothing so far, anything down here has told you that this is their lair or anything like that, or a place that they would have frequented. Just trying to move all the other stuff out of the way here. Dang it. So where's my door? And
my question is, when's the last thing this thing has actually eaten?
Yeah. Like, how many people were in this party? Because there were, what, 2 bodies in the here room? And then like blood stains, so someone got dragged at a certain point out of that room, and then there's petrified lady. Or maybe they just got lucky. Maybe this is like they had no idea.
I think there's a detail we're missing, which is the woman that was turned to stone was in the hallway, meaning this thing wouldn't have been able to push past her. But also her back was turned. She wasn't looking towards where the exit was.
I think she didn't expect. I think that means that they didn't know the basilisk was in there because they were making their way down the hallway. She heard it, turned to look, and straight shot just saw it and then turned to stone. Maybe.
Well, was she facing towards the chamber?
No, she was facing away, like she was walking and then like her back was to us. Or no, not her back was to us. She was walking in the direction opposite us. Okay. Okay. I see.
So your doorway is on this side, leads, and everything blue is water. And the doorway is over there, and then there's a treasure over there in that corner as well, which I don't have. This is my really quick threw it together. Yeah. Yes, the door is there.
Okay.
All right, let's find another way and ignore all this hard work Malcolm just put in.
Let's forget about it. Let's forget about it now.
Do it, yeah. It's a dungeon, so you can do whatever you.
And where's the mirror, the big shiny shield hanging?
Here.
Okay, so we would have to get like pretty far up the bridge to get it.
Yeah, I'll just put a.
Theoretically. I think the splash wasn't going away. I think it petrified the skeleton and went away. So I think depending on who's like sneakiest.
Not me.
I'm pretty sneaky, I think. 14.
7.
I just don't have the bane on my armor since I don't got it no more.
I feel like I'm not sneaky at all. And I got like soft armor on. I don't know how that's possible.
Well, because you're a wizard, that's how it's possible.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I could teleport, grab the shield.
That might be good.
It also means you just got to start working on upping that skill.
Upping that sneaky, yeah.
Yeah.
That might be a good first step, Ashton, if you wanted to be very quick and careful. Teleport, nab the shield, teleport back.
Yeah, that's still 6 of my 13 willpower to.
I can try sneaking in. How's this? I give Ashton the juice of unstone you. And then I look at Ashton and I say, like, okay, I know I'm not an elf, but I like to imagine that you would want to maybe not leave me behind as a statue. And then she's going to juke Kazan to make sure that he doesn't get in her way to try and stop her, and then she's going to sneak into the room.
Okay.
Can't stop me. Sneaky.
So, sneaking in.
Well, actually, because what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pray. I'm going to pray.
Oh, and Jumby's skeleton is right. Jumby's skeleton is right here, and it is a statue.
I will pray to Eshu. I will pray for shadows.
This is before you sneak in, right?
Yeah.
And what does that do?
Shadows.
May my sneaky dinkier be even stinkier, sneakier.
Sneakerson. See as in, okay. I get a boon on a sneaking roll.
Okay.
Roll a d4 every morning. Okay, so that's.
So there are 2 skeletons left.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Or no, not thank God. No, damn it. So close. Okay. I am going to take a condition. I'm going to push. Okay, that passed. Okay, successful prayer of shadows. I now get a boon on sneak. I'm going to use different dice. Dragon.
You got a dragon on sneaking?
Yep.
Oh, do I have to? Oh, hold on, I'm sorry. I was distracted. Do I have to roll sneaking too?
No, I darted in alone. I said, hold on, I'm going to grab that shield. And then
What a genius.
And I booked it.
We're going to have to save Makeda again, I'm sure of it.
That's why I gave the unpetrified juice to Ashton. I'm like, just in case I fuck this up.
So your sneaking is you get to this point, no problem. Makeda, you will need to make an acrobatics check to leap over.
This is a cool setup.
With no problem. Thanks, man.
You said acrobatics?
Acrobatics to leap here without falling into the water or make any kind of noise.
What are you doing, Makeda?
Also, Makeda, your Okay, here's the thing. Your acrobatics. How do I do this without? Because your acrobatics is not a bane. But if you. Here's what I'll say. It's a straight roll.
My sneaking was a dragon.
Your streaking was a dragon. So if you pass, even if you pass your acrobatic, you need to pass your acrobatics. What's your number? What's your acrobatics? 11. So 11 is going to be successful regardless. You want to be if you're not 8, if you're not 7 or under, you'll succeed, but you will still make a noise. Landing on the slot, like on the stone. So it's kind of like you're trying to do stealth and acrobatics at the same time.
Stealthy acrobatics. They don't have that in the Olympics. Damn it. Can I push?
Here's what I'll give you. Since you did get a dragon on your stealth. Well, the reason I didn't, here's why. The reason I didn't give you a further dragon is because you're sneaking, and sneaking is like, I'm allowing you to move past your normal amount of speed to even get here, and you're moving further. So yeah, you would have to push if you want to push.
Okay. Let's push this.
Don't do dexterity.
I will not do dexterity, no. Imagine. Big stupid move. Okay, I passed, but I got an 8.
Okay. So you land here and cling, and you're able to like you snatch this thing off of a hook, like this
mine.
This shield of a plate, which can be held like a shield. And with that, as you kind of like, you hear the water bubble right after you land. And so I imagine your instinct, not to try to give you to lead the character, but I imagine you're right there on the pillar. You're able to like tuck yourself in, right? And just stand there. Now, Makeda, what's everyone else doing? Like y'all just standing in the hall while like waiting for her to come back or call? Are y'all like, I mean, I imagine y'all like peeking around, looking, y'all like kind of seeing where she's at or what? Just tell me. So, is anyone else, does anyone have eyes on Makeda?
I think we're peeking out, right?
Yeah, I mean,
why would we not be?
Your heads are all stacked up around the side of the door, like.
Yeah, like a cartoon.
And then all the skeletons too.
Yeah.
So as she hides, suddenly there's the water bubbles right here. You tuck your heck in. Everyone else is looking. So you all see the water bubble too. You try to like duck down and you see the thing. It's not looking directly at her, but it seems to coil its way up out of the water and rise right up here on this like platform. And as it turns itself, you can see that it, like I said, you see that brown snake back. And it looked like it had like a mound of shaggy hair. And Makeda, you, I imagine, are seeing it slightly distorted through the mirror. And you start to see those cascading rods start to peel back off of its like hair, off of the snake. And as they peel and look up, each one of them is a separate human head with hair hanging down, like stringy, some of them braided, like micro braided hair, some of them stringy matted hair. As this like reverse, let me give you
Oh, that's so freaky. Now bring it up to the camera. Now bring it up to the camera mode.
Yeah, I'm gonna push in. Oh yeah, but I'm gonna push in. It is a reverse like Medusa. Gorgon. Yeah, it's a reverse Gorgon. So it has people's heads.
That's so freaky.
Coming off of the snake.
So freaky.
I'm just gonna turn it in like, well, McKenna's dead. Let's go.
I feel like this is just an
After-
excuse for Malcolm to use this miniature.
Yeah.
That miniature.
This miniature has
Sorry,
been.
I brought you down here.
I've
Well,
had this miniature for well before we even start the campaign, so it's been waiting. It's been waiting for a while. It's not even fully painted. It's been waiting. It was just the appropriate time to use it.
Was it, Malcolm? Was it the appropriate time?
Jumbi hears as you kind of tuck back in. Jumbi hears the Night Mother, like, you can do this. Makeda's hiding. We are going to have to roll initiative here. From all that you all have been talking, it seems like you put together that you knew that this was going to be something that could potentially
turn people to stone.
Turn you to stone. And so for that, what I'm going to give you is, while not giving you exact hit points or anything, I will give you one of the special abilities of this creature by, give me 1 second. By finding it. So what you will know, I'll give you this, is that anyone within 30 meters, so that's quite a bit, of this creature's gaze, must make a will roll every turn that it's not in action to avoid eye contact. On a failure, the victim can easily be turned to stone and will no longer be able to move or perform actions whatsoever, but also cannot take damage. A petrified victim dies after a number of rounds. I won't tell you how many rounds that is. But the petrification can be reversed on a successful will roll with Bane, so you can try to fight it. I don't know. Yeah, I'll leave that at that. If you're trying to fight this creature while trying to avoid eye contact, it makes it nearly impossible. So it makes it impossible. It's going to make it impossible to parry or dodge any of its attacks, which means that fast footwork is going to be useless in this fight. And
maybe I want to try and sneak out of here. Don't come rushing after me.
What I will tell you is that now Makeda will get a boon if you're fighting the shield that you're holding. Will give you a boon to the on a
will save.
Yeah, on the willpower save, and then to avoid eye contact, you get a boon while you're having it, and then and I'll allow you to do, because you're holding the thing, that you can parry or fast footwork, potentially, if you have those abilities, but they will also be at Bane because you're likely looking into the shield while you do it. Other than that, you can fight it blindfolded, but you would be acting as in total darkness. So you're probably looking at a triple Bane to everything you do, and looking at a lot of checks just to even move around and not fall in the water and things like that. So
we want to get out of here. I'll try and sneak back.
So
I mean, I hope everybody said their goodbyes.
All right. If she's going to try to sneak back, what we need to do here is draw initiative. Let me.
I mean, it is 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right.
Do we want to start this now, or?
Oh, we're gonna do one round, and that'll be the round to see if she gets back. We'll see, at least know where, because if she gets out of here, then I won't need to set this back up again.
That's fair.
That's
if we can't find an alternate way out.
The ultimate way out is just running away, and Makeda trying to swim out. So let me just put, I only need to put the creature in. It's just right here. Yep, I'm going to do show.
I'm just wondering if each of the heads are considered separate entities.
I don't see the pop-up for rolling initiative, Malcolm. Do we need to hit anything, or are you just gonna scramble them again?
Maybe why did everything freeze on me? Hold on. Counter. Maybe it. Oh, because it's just gonna shut. It's basically you no longer need to draw after that first round because I can just draw the cards. So it's going to be Ashen is second. The creature got a 1. So just to go through this, creature 1, Ashton, Kazan, creature, Jumbi, and his skeletons. Makeda's dead last.
Great.
Makeda's dead
Great.
last.
Does the
Now
snake
someone
wanna
can
switch
swap
with me?
yeah. So here's what the creature hears something, is sensing. I'm gonna try to think of what, looking at the creature's move set. I think what it initially would be. Hold on here. Oh man, of course I moved away from it earlier because I was looking at. So it's here. Okay, so it is going to. It doesn't see you. It's not going to do that. It's not going to. It's going to move forward. And
I want to say that I'm like hiding behind the pillar, holding the mirror up where it was before, like in front of my own face.
I'm gonna move this for the sake of so you see it. So you see it kind of like dip down into the water, like it blurry down to its head, and then kind of rise back up. And all the head, like this, the heads are moving, and you just hear all the heads whispering. And as they kind of whisper these haunting, you start to feel this kind of this uneasy feeling rising up in you. I need a willpower check, Makeda, or be frightened, or take a fear check. So willpower check, and that's all it does with that first move.
I'm already scared, so it's at bang.
And it's basically, and it's like, so it's in the water right now. It's like neck is out, and it's like the heads would be, if you looked around the corner, the heads would be level with you.
Don't look around the corner.
Failed. Okay, so then you will give me a I'm looking on my fear check, which would be
roll
a d8.
D8.
Yep.
Do I want high or do I want low?
You want? I think low is worse for some, if I'm not mistaken. 7.
Better be right.
Hope so. Fear 7. Paralyzed. You're petrified with terror and unable to move.
With terror and not for real.
You cannot perform an action or movement on your next turn. Make another willpower to break free of this. On each turn, not in action, to break free of this fear-based paralysis.
Great.
So sorry.
Well,
this seems like the dice don't want you guys to get out of this room at this moment, but so she is frozen. So you could still so he did swap with you, right? So now you could try to break this and then take the action. Actually, that's a good thing because if he swapped with you, Makeda, you could take your action now. If you break, then you take your action to move.
May I switch with you?
I could try help by freezing it and the water that it's in.
What would Grandpa do?
So I feel like if we freeze it, you'll have a better opportunity to try get away.
That's something you can do as well.
I will
What do you want to
down
do?
the hallway and cast Frost.
Okay. Go ahead and cast. So he casts now. You will have to make the because you have to target the creature. You have to see the creature, right, with frost. So then you still have to make the check for.
I can, but I was gonna target the water that it's in as well, because it does I think a 3-meter sphere.
So it says anyone within 30 meters. So it just means within your 30 meters. As rules is written, is you're forced to because basically what you're doing is avoiding eye contact. So you're trying to look at the water. You are clearly not trying to look at it. It is clearly moving, and there's always that chance that it catches you. And so that is why it says basically, unless you're blindfolded, if you're within that 30 meters, to avoid the contact, you have to make the willpower.
I passed my willpower check.
Good. Okay.
Barely. And then rolled a 3 for my spell. And that'll be just 6 hit points, 3 willpower, and then the water it's in is frozen. It says monsters can't be frozen for the status effect. It only affects humanoids, but I'm hoping by freezing the water, it can stall it a little.
Yeah, and so it just freezes the water around the creature, so it starts to kind of freeze and break and move through it like a sludge. It does slow it down. I will.
The snake, it's a cold-blooded creature.
I will give you that will remove its second attack. Well, it won't make an attack. It could do something on its turn. If it's something where like whisper or scream, it could, or something like that, it could do that. But it seems to be it's being hampered so that it doesn't strike out at that pillar or attack that pillar. Kazan, you are up.
Run, you fool.
So just make.
Or Kazan, you could swap with Makeda.
You want to swap?
Yeah, so I at least try and get out of here, because if I can beat this thing with my willpower save, I can.
I really don't. All right, yeah, I'll swap with it because I really don't have a plan right now.
Okay.
Like, I don't know what to do.
So willpower check to break out of paralyzed sphere. Yes.
Well, sorry, willpower. I know you're talking to me. Willpower check to break out of paralyzed sphere.
Can I push?
You can.
It's getting dangerous. I have a lot of stuff. Okay. Success.
All right. So you break out, you have your fear, you have your action. Do you want to swim it? Do you want to jump back over here and then run? What are you doing? I know you're trying to get out. I just don't know how you're trying to get out.
Well,
the ice wouldn't be. Oh yeah. I guess that is a question. How big is the ice patch? Because she might be able to run on part of the ice. What's the area effect, Ashton? Again, we're closing out at the end of this session. I mean, end of this round. So, just want to. Oh, maybe Ashton walked away. But fear. I think it's like a 30. So let's say it's. I think he said it's like 20 meters. So that means it's a pretty healthy. Let's say all this around you, at least for 15 feet ahead of you, is ice. So you could walk across and climb, I guess, up, and then run.
The sphere's only 4 meters.
Only 4. Okay, so that would not do it. So yeah, again, Makeda, you're either swimming or leaping back, likely.
I'm leaping. My swimming's really bad, so I'm gonna try leaping.
Makes sense. Acrobatics check, and then once you make the acrobatics, then you're just running. You don't have to make anything. So if you
successful acrobatics, I am skedaddling.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And are you? I imagine you're dashing all the way.
Yes.
All right. So
all the way. Holy fucking shit! This was scary.
As you run out of the room, the creature kind of loses its turn, breaking free from the ice, slithering past under the bridge. Of course, it's really still here, but for the sake of time and where we're going, so all intents and purposes, it's sitting there. Kazan, Kazan, you swapped. Jumbi, you are up. I don't know if you want to do anything or send your skeletons at it or just run away. Just your last thing for today, like as a heroic.
The plan is that we're going away, though.
It sounds like you're running from it. It sounds like it's moving towards you. So it sounds like we might be picking up with it chasing you through the halls of this place. But it appears that everyone is running away from this room.
I'm not going to send my skeletons at it now that I'm going to save them.
Okay, say
get fucking back.
Double back. They all begin moving down the hall. So Jumbi runs. Makeda's been so Kazan. I'll just to you. Let's see. What are you doing? Are you running as well? I imagine everybody's just running. Okay. As you're all kind of running down that hall, you begin to hear that splash of water as you're fully booking it. So I mean, it's a 60-foot hall, and most of you are on your way. Makeda, so you're as fast as your slowest person because it took Makeda a full dash to get into the hall. So she's about 30 feet into the hall and so you all catch up with her, running with her. If you dash ahead, you could be a little bit ahead of her, but I imagine you're all just like at that right pace, grabbing her, pulling her along when you hear like the wet slap on cold stone of the body of its belly. As you can tell, it is behind you, slithering in the hall, and it will let out this wailing melody. It starts to sound almost soothing. The heads are singing.
This thing's terrible.
This thing is fucked up, man.
I
want a willpower check from Kazan.
Nah.
All right. Oh no!
No.
Is it a demon? No, is it?
No.
No way. No way. There's no way. I don't know why. Yeah, sometimes it's just, and so running. Here's what I'll say. You all make it to the hall where the statue of the lady is, where she's looking back. And Makeda, you don't have to look back, but you look in your shield, and 30 feet, Kazan is 30 feet behind you. He just stopped in the middle of the hall.
No.
And so he's halfway on the side. He's looking at you all, and Kazan, I don't know what you say, but it's like basically you feel charmed, and you just go, it's so beautiful. Like to you in your mind, the music is so beautiful. And he turns to look back, and we'll crash to black there.
No,
good game.
Damn it. We can't do this again. We can't die in a hallway again.
Oh my gosh. Listen, all the bad that happened tonight was the dice. I didn't rig none of that against you all. That was a die. Yeah, that was like the dice really told the story there. And I was kind of.
But didn't you, Malcolm? Didn't you?
Think about everything. Think about every dice that went wrong tonight was like pivotal on just like basic like rolls. Like a demon on that was crazy. But good stuff. Yeah, we'll pick back up from there next week. Good thing is next week we'll just pick right back up from that moment in the hallway. But good shit. Jumbi saving the group. Them skeletons were clutch.
Are we playing next week, or are we?
We'll play next week if you guys can.
Yeah, I can.
Very. This is a very dangerous dungeon. Probably the most dangerous you guys have been in so far. Yeah.
Hopefully this thing's got some strong hide we can turn into good leather.
Yeah.
There we go. Use
awesome.
these tools.
Some snakeskin boots.
Yeah.
Yes, make your rolls. I think we made it just about. I think because we chatted for about an hour, but we've been on for about 2 hours and 30 minutes. The recording is about 2:40 right now. So, yep, we're good. If you want to make your rolls now, or do you want to save them for later? You guys let me know now. We can do whatever. Let's just try to do it so that everybody does the same thing.
Do them all together.
Yeah. Do we want to do them all together next game?
Week.
Okay, let's
Next
just do
week?
them all together next week. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, y'all
And
have
it's
a
3 or 4? 3, 4?
4, and then
Four.
one of you got you got.
I got a dragon. I got a dragon and a demon.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're gonna get to roll again for those as well if you got any dragons or demons, and then whoever told our someone that got an extra one at the beginning of the game.
That was me.
That was you. So you have 5 in addition to your 2 dragons, and then Kazan. Good thing is you still have an extra one for your. So you can place that wherever you want for willpower. So you get an extra roll for even though you rolled a demon. So and yeah, you're not dead. You're just in that moment of possibly looking back. So
Yeah.
So it's
Do
4.
I get an extra one for playing to my flaw?
Yeah, I will give you an extra one for playing to your flaw with the whole elven thing. That was fun. Yes.
So we get 4, and then I get 1 for a dragon and 1 for a demon, right?
Yep. So you'd have 6 total.
Okay, cool. I'm just making sure. I'm marking them now, so then I can worry about it later.
Yep. So they'll be marked. Cool. Good stuff. Yeah. Awful, horrifying. Yeah, definitely horrifying creature. I was like, if this thing wouldn't be in the backrooms dungeon, I don't know what would. So I decided to, and maybe I'll even have it painted a little bit more next time. So yeah, it's
I think it's fine as is.
Yeah, it kind of works with the lighting. Like it just
yeah.
did like a light brown wash.
It was
over
like dead heads.
Yeah, they're like
the gray hair really works for it, I think.
yeah, and it's really
They look like, what's that dog from Full Metal Alchemist? The dog when it's fused with
And
the
they-
little girl.
the heads look like some out of like Japanese horror. You see where they're wailing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, what the fuck is that
Ugh.
dog's name?
Look at the like the cries. It's such a good mini. Like saw
Yeah,
this
I
on
think all I
Etsy.
would-
and all.
I think the only color I would add would be like inside its mouth.
Is the yeah? I was gonna do the pink inside
But
its
if it
mouth.
eats stone, it makes sense that it could be gray.
Yeah, it could be like gray. I might do like I just might do a light wash on the underbelly and then do the inside of the mouth for sure. Yeah.
Dragonbane only
It's-
released that fucking that magic book as a PDF.
No, it's supposed to. No, it was a Kickstarter. So I have the book in front of me. I'm holding it. It's just that
Oh, it doesn't release till the 25th of August. it
Yeah,
says.
it's right. It's right
For all the
here.
normies.
Yeah, that's the Dragonbane book. And then so now we've got a rule book, we've got a bestiary, we've got a magic book, we've got a new cities book and adventures book called Adventures in Arcan, and then we've got some. The magic book is really cool though because it also has a lot of information on like magical weapons, alchemy, symbology. What Kazan is going after, craft magic, which I've never really seen done. I feel like in D&D you've always had to like figure out like potions are just kind of potions, or like every GM. I'm sure there are a lot of supplements on how to create potions, but like I like in here like you can literally just learn how potions are made, how alchemy, the symbology.
I want to get it. I want to figure out. I want to know.
It's pretty cool.
Spells.
Symbology magic's cool because you mark things or like you either carve it or you write on things and then that magic affects. So like in glyphs, you literally would be like your entire magic is like putting glyphs on shit and like blowing it up or like lighting it on fire or like.
I will say Dragonbane does allow you to create like really unique characters.
Yeah, there's some really cool.
I think that D&D kind of locks you into like, you know,
Speaking of
whatever it is,
ChatGPT, I don't think I posted it. I think I did post it. I did also, and I'm sure was not going to look at it because AI created it, but I did have ChatGPT make a full on a scaffold of every profession, like what that profession should take and when to like max out to get the most out of the character. So it's like, oh, rogue.
Use ChatGPT to figure my shit out.
Yeah, it'll just tell you like, oh, Dragonbane, or like Claude is actually better with Dragonbane because I've noticed it actually knows the rules. I don't have to keep feeding it, like it remembers. Like when I ask it to make like a
well, on that note,
I'm sorry.
bye.
We love you, Cheryl.
I'm off to bed. Good night, y'all.
Yeah,
Good
me
night,
too,
y'all.
man. I gotta get out of here, man.
We'll fight the
Good
power
night.
one day. We will.
Good night, my
It was a
jelly
good game, Malcolm.
matrix
Good job.
humans. I'll fight
Later.
for you.
Plug me the fuck back in, remember.
Good job surviving. Good job
All right,
surviving.
y'all. Good job, y'all. Bye.
Bye.